we're good.
Be like, Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
We're going to do our best. Are we rolling? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very free, very patriotic episode of Bust with the Boys. This is episode 369. Lots to go over. We got an incredible interview that we will talk about and get into in just a minute. But one of the most amazing things in American history took place first time in 46 years. This country, America, United States of America, is the dominant powerhouse in the world in men's hockey and women's hockey. Give her an applause. Absolutely got the brooms out and took it to Canada. We'll get into all that, but as always, Bussin' With The Boys presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel is putting you in control right from tip-off. That's right. You get to choose your reward, either a 50% profit boost token to use on the same game parlay, or two, not one, but two 25% profit boost tokens to use on any bet. Play it safe. Go for it, boys. Feeling bold. Go crazy. Whatever your style, you are in control. So whatever kind of better you are, shot caller, a strategist, going for a layup, strategist. Thank you, JP. That's why you're on the bus. Going for layups or pulling up from half court, no matter how you play. FanDuel's giving you the power to choose your reward on your own game this NBA season. Head to FanDuel.com/Bussin' to make your choice now. Hey.
Great day to be an American.
Great day to be an American. For the next 4 years, the United States of America can claim that we are the greatest hockey country in the world, and there's nothing anybody can say about it. There's nothing another individual from any other country, especially the ones just above our head.
Especially McKinnon.
His overrated ass. McKinnon. Dude, I'm telling you. So I spent my week last week in Canada, in British Columbia, in foreign soil, behind enemy lines, which by the way is a great movie. Owen Wilson, shout out him. And the whole week, they're like the chirps are starting, and we put a couple of bets out with some guys that are also from Canada, but my wife's family, everybody's just saying, hey, listen, this has been fun for you guys. It's gonna be the same thing as the Foreign Nations tournament. We're gonna dominate. We got McKinnon, we got McDavid, we got all these guys. We are so much better than you all the place. And then we start winning. We get to the gold. They're like, your path to the gold was so easy. We're gonna body bag you guys. And I told them all week, hey, you guys are going to lose. It's okay. It's time for your time as the hockey powerhouse is over. It's done. McKinnon, guy's overrated. McDavid, guy is overrated. I'm just letting you know. I watched the film. You guys seen me on skates. Sherm's got it up right now. Like, that's natural. That's natural for me on those skates. I understand the game. I can tell that these guys are a little overrated. What happens? Connor McDavid in that game. Breakaway, has separation. We can't even get the puck off. It's like the guy can't even get the puck off on his stick. McKinnon pass over the middle, a goal literally bigger than this bus, wide open. Can't even put his stick on the puck. And then I call Quinn after, my brother-in-law, my sweet, tiny little brother-in-law, Quinn Galler. I call him and he won't answer. 3 hours later, call him, no answer.
Oh, he was ghosting.
Finally. Get him on the phone, got my fake teeth right there at the screen, smiling. I go, he's like, dude, whatever, fuck you, whatever, dude. We should have beat your ass, should have been 5-1. Team sport, man. And what are you mad about? He goes, what do you mean? We lost. I was like, yeah, but you knew.
So he's complaining because we just had a great goalie?
Yeah. I don't think Canada truly...
Sue us, we have the best goalie, the best player in the game.
Yeah. And also, he plays...
Sue us,
he plays for a Canadian team, the Winnipeg Jets. And which is even better. And it's just like, Quinn, what are you mad about? It's like someone saying, hey, this is going to happen. Someone telling you, I told you last week America's going to win. I told you McKinnon and McDavid they're overrated. They're gonna soil their pants when the time comes. And sure enough, Sure enough, they did.
You prophesize.
Yeah, they actually made fun of the Hughes, Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes. They made fun of them last week. That's who you guys have. It's like, all right. I was like, oh, Austin Matthews. They're like, oh, he sucks. Like, that's weird. He's the captain of your Toronto Maple Leafs, original 6 team. He's from Scottsdale, along with the Kachuk brothers. Had to hear all about how the Kachuk brothers are dirty and they don't play the game the right way. So you guys don't like standing on business. Guys don't like standing on business. So how do we feel? So I've talked enough. I love to just
keep ripping.
I wanted to get that out. I just wanted to get that out because I've had to sit there for the last week and just hear all this nonsense, all this mainstream Canadian propaganda just shoved in my face over and over again. Love the country, love the people, but my God, you guys need to get better at hockey. You guys need to get better.
It's been fun seeing the rage that the Canadians have because we've obviously, like America, like we're doing, it's Victory Lap Tuesday. It's going to be Victory Lap for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
And just like, how anybody feels like whether it's the Patriots winning or, who else in like college football, Alabama, maybe.
Georgia, Michigan.
Like when those arrogant fan bases do their victory laps, like they have all of America now to deal with because we are like, we're on like such a united front. Like Team USA, the hockey team, both men's and women's, brought our country together. Like as we're watching on Sunday morning when the men's take the Canadians down, it's like our entire country's together. Yeah. And now they have to deal with the Americans for the next 4 years.
4 years. And that's the shitty part.
And hearing like, it's not even our best sport. It's like our fourth best sport. And they're just going to have to take it.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. The part of me does feel bad because Canadians are such nice people.
Great people.
But to see them just to trigger them a little bit, to kind of touch their pain. Right. I've enjoyed the entertainment.
And America being like instigators, kind of just as a general populace, that's gonna happen for the next 4 years. Yeah. And it does pain me that I know I have to go. I'm going back to Canada on Thursday, and I'm gonna have to, go through customs with a full red, white, and blue outfit on. And it's not. What's
in your bag? Oh, it's a gold medal.
Yeah, exactly.
What's in your bag? You open it up. It's just a folded American flag.
Yeah, like I don't want to, but I have to. I have to.
Yeah.
And all these arrogant.
So I got to send a few of these to a few family members.
Yeah. All these arrogant fan bases you talk about, like the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Michigans, when they win, they kind of do their victory lap. That's 1 year, and then something next year usually somebody else. But
what happens if they beat us in the Four Nations next year?
Yeah, you can have the Four Nations. It's not gonna happen. We're talking about the Olympics.
We're talking about Olympic hockey. And they're like hockey players saying they'd rather win a what is it called? Not the World Series, the Stanley Cup. Stanley Cup more than they would the gold medal.
I'm sure there's some people with that.
Guys that aren't on the team.
Yeah, guys who got silver.
Guys that aren't on the squad.
But by the way, and I know like I know we're giving a hard time to Canada. McDavid's a good player, McKinnon's a good player, but when they were handing them the silver medals, and it shows their faces, and then they hand them the little stuffed animal also.
Animal is so disrespectful.
Just put it in their locker.
McKinnon, like, look at
that's when,
dude,
you just
McKinnon,
leave
go
in a locker.
Look, he's looking at this and like, what the fuck is this, man?
At the same time, they go through with all the medals, and then they come back through and they're like, "Sorry, I have to do this, but here's this little dumbass stuffed animal."
And then the handshake after the stuffed animal. It's just like, all right.
Yeah, like this is where we are.
Hey, great work today. Hand him the little fucking stuffed animal.
But dude. Best feeling in the world. Game, man.
I'm sitting there watching, and then when we go into OT, I hit the group chat because again, I don't watch hockey, and I'm like, do we have a shot with the 3-on-3? And then Porter was like, "Oh, Canada's way better. They got a way better starting."
I was thinking the same thing because that's what
he's like. It's not even close. If you want a starting three, like Canada's got like the three of the best.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh shit, that's
they have like top 3 of like the top 5 best forwards in the world,
and probably of all time.
Like McDavid.
McKinnon leads in goals this year.
Right. McKinnon, he leads in goals, still overrated. McDavid, obviously, he's like the next Sidney Crosby. And I don't know if I'm throwing out the right thing here, but these guys are unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Dude, our goalie is insane. Even in that first period, like when we were up 1-0 and they kind of were down around our net, like Matt, again, I'm a football player trying to talk about hockey, but they're sitting there peppering our goalie, peppering our guy. And I'm thinking, dude, this could be a long, I'm I can't believe that they're not scoring more on us because they were just, it seemed like they were in attack the whole time, especially in the third period too. It seemed like Canada was just taking over, but they just couldn't score on us.
Yeah, dude.
And that old boy has a shot right there on the open net.
That's McKinnon, who leads the league in goals apparently.
Legitimately felt like when you're sitting there playing NHL for the first time, you're trying to figure out the controls, you get your first breakaway and you don't know what button to push.
Oh, that was McDavid, yeah.
And it's kind of like, fuck, dude, I was pushing that because I was pushing it the whole time.
Right,
So this
right.
game sucks.
Yes, exactly. Dude,
It was nuts to watch.
that second period, they outshot us, 19 shots to 8 shots? And it got to a point the last 10 minutes of that second period where they'd be in our zone, so the blue line, that third, they're in our zone the whole time, that we're just literally dumping it so we can make a line change just to get fresh guys out there to once again take on the onslaught of Canada. And so,
Sorry, we killed a 5-on-3.
Yeah,
dude, that 5-on-3 was
They couldn't
crazy.
score on the 5-on-3.
When they had the penalty, I'm like, that sucks. And then we get high sticking.
Yeah.
Hughes got the high sticking, Jack Hughes, which is awesome that he's
Buddy,
just
lost
in
teeth.
every part of this. No, he was in the box for high sticking.
Well, who's the dude that lost teeth?
Same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah,
high
okay.
stick.
Different high stick.
Different high stick. Okay,
Different stick, different team.
stick, different moment.
He got a guy with a high stick, which put them in a 5-on-3. So we're hitting this triangle defense, just like, hey, hope to God this works out. And the fact that they killed that
Hit the
power
triangle,
play
the flying V's.
with as good as Canada is, how they have the best players in the world, they couldn't score on 3 guys.
5-on-3 is like an automatic, like you have to score on a 5-on-3.
In
In hockey, everybody scores on a 5-on-3.
especially when you have the players that Canada has. Even on a regular power play, they should be.
They were getting too cute. They wouldn't shoot the puck. They were trying to find like the wide open net. And
Yeah.
they were getting too cute about it.
We talk about like red zone efficiency and stuff like that in NFL. America's power play efficiency, I believe, was 100% in the Olympics. So every time we got a penalty and a guy was in the box, and we're playing one man down, no one scored on us.
And that's what I loved about overtime too, because what you want to see is best on best, right? They have the best players in the world. Trim the fat, drop the other 2 players. Give me 3-on-3, our best versus their best. And what did we find out? We had the best.
Right.
Connor McDavid, McKinnon, whoever else is out there.
Nobody.
No, they're nobodies. They're nobodies. We had 3-on-3. We saw it with our own eyes, and we saw what happened.
Hey, who's the cat from the Blackhawks? Is it Connor Bedard?
Yeah.
I wonder what's going. Is it Bedard?
Yeah.
I want to know what's going through his mind, because when I was really trying to dive into the Olympics and the teams, and everyone's talking about Canada, and I kind of have a somewhat of a pulse on America, and I hear that Connor Bedard didn't make the team. I started looking into it. Apparently, he's this prodigy kid, right? Comes in at 18, ultimate prodigy. He's supposed to be the next great one, the next Wayne Gretzky type of individual. Has an underwhelming first 2 years, which is actually good, but just because of the expectations, this kid wasn't great. This year, he's been lighting it up. Am I correct in saying
he's
that?
been lighting the lamp.
Been lighting it up, and he got snubbed for the Canada team this year. And this kid is apparently electric.
The one.
Yeah. If you're a Canadian, you're watching this show right now, you probably got to be thinking to yourself, would it have been different if the one was on the team?
Well, they had Celebrini.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never
I guess
know.
we'll never know.
Andy them bitching about, Sidney Crosby didn't play. Oh, dude. I'm not.
What is that? What does that even mean?
Sidney Crosby.
I know because he took us down in what?
Bro,
in the early
2010
years.
OT.
He's undefeated with Canada. When he plays, they're like 29-0 or something like that. With the
I know he's a
Maple Leaf on his
monster,
chest.
but why? I don't understand the bitching. Like, we didn't have Sidney Crosby. It's like, well, he's getting old.
Yeah,
Like people, you have the best goalie. It's like, I don't understand some of those complaints.
those
It's
are
like, you're playing.
That's a
it's like,
loser's
you beat
argument.
us because you had the better quarterback.
Yeah.
Or you had LeBron James on your 3-on-3 team back when LeBron was in his prime.
yeah. No, what you're saying is you're just pointing out loser mentality arguments. That's like, hey, we beat you. McKinnon sits there and he's like, you tell me who the best team on the ice was. It's like, well, the best team on the ice is the one that scored more points.
Yeah, our 4th best sport in the United States.
Yeah.
Beat your number 1 sport in the country.
And listen, I love Canada. I'm going back up there. I love it. But you guys got to take this L.
Great people.
You got to take this L. It's tough because, yeah, we have the best goalie maybe in the history of the world.
It is funny seeing. I didn't know
Of goalies, period, sports, soccer, all of it.
Yeah.
We have the best goalie of all time, Connor Hellebuyck.
To your point about Canadians having to put up with us, they just need to delete Twitter. Yeah. Because they don't
Dude,
know
I
how
know.
to handle it right now. They're falling for everything.
Dude, it's so
What's
fun.
someone saying they're hanging their flag at half mast, and it was the pride flag, and I'm just like, yo, they're gonna have to deal with America they're gonna hate themselves.
And if let's just say we go to a Four Nations tournament next year and they win,
We're not planning it.
dude.
next
It's not
year.
even gonna hit us.
It's like, oh, you don't have
That's-
the Olympic gold.
Oh, you guys, you taking this little prize, this little all-star prize?
Yeah, we kind of sat our best players.
Yeah,
They weren't even trying.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful, dude. And my phone, between first and second period, blowing up. Hey, we're gonna get you all these things. After between the second and third, it was an onslaught of just wait, you guys are gonna fold. We're gonna beat you 4-1. When that game ended, I tried calling all those people back. No one would answer.
You are sitting there watching, like, damn, when are they going to get one of these?
No, hey,
The
for
way
real.
they were just on attack the whole time.
People
whole
aren't
time.
talking about McAvoy's save though. Hallebuck gets whatever pulled out of position. Our demon steps in and just takes one in the chest and keeps it out.
In the crease. He's like, yeah.
Bro, there was a time Austin Matthews was in there, just holding this chest out, ready to take one on the chin, take a cold puck in the face for his country.
That's the difference.
This was truly like,
That's hard.
as like a kid growing up in America, you hear about like Lake Placid 1980.
Yeah.
I got to play a tournament there, like the history. And then like 2010, we were starting to knock on the door, like USA Hockey's coming, but like all the Canadian guys were like, it's never happening. And like you start to see it slowly, like these Americans are coming up. We win World Juniors, we win Worlds, but we're knocking on the door. And then for like 46 years, we are just holding on to this 1980 victory. The Canadians, oh, it's over. You guys are never coming back.
We just got the movie, The Miracle.
Yeah. All you have is Miracle. It's not the 80s anymore. 2026 loaded American team. Jack fucking Hughes.
Jack
fucking
Hughes.
46 years to the day.
That little poke, dude.
46 years to the date when we beat Russia.
And when he gets on the mic with the reporter after the game and he goes, I love this country. We're a team. Like, this is about the flag. I'm sitting there and I'm like, how do you not just have incredible pride of where you're from?
Yeah.
It's
Just wearing the colors, bro.
Wearing the colors. Having, and are those like the throwbacks for the 80s? Or was it
It was
the
like
60 jerseys?
it was this. They honored the 1960 squad
Buddy.
when they had the 1960 team.
Those uniforms, those
The
guys
royal blue,
flying
too.
around. And I thought to myself, like, what is the coolest, what is like, would be the coolest thing as an athlete? And it's representing your country in something like the Olympics.
and to beat
That
them,
has got to be the coolest
beat them
thing
how they
ever.
beat us in 2010 in OT.
Who's the dude, too,
Sidney
who's like
Crosby.
a
Yeah.
third generation?
Brock Nelson. His uncle was on the 80 team and his grandfather was on the 60 team. The both teams that won the gold. And he's on.
Dude,
the
how
60.
badass is that?
Yeah, I think it's
Unreal, bro.
Hey, he's got a son too.
What Olympics will he be a part of? Will his boy be a part of?
Probably
Past
like the 40s?
2034 or something.
The
2040,
expectation on that kid is insane.
Yeah.
Perfect though.
It is. It's what, yeah, pressure makes diamonds.
Losing your teeth.
Yeah,
and
yo,
then
my
scoring the
grandpa
game
and my
winner.
uncle both won the Olympic gold, and now I have one. That is
Losing your
badass.
teeth.
Losing
and
your
then
teeth.
and then when they ask you about your teeth, you're like, I live in America. We have great dentists.
And then you come home to Tate McRae, a Canadian who he's dating. Fella. Unreal.
Falla.
I got a tear talk on.
What is this? Jack Hughes is already the Sportsman of the Year. No one else needs to apply. Iconic image that will define U.S. hockey for a generation.
That's a Kevin's Natural Foods clean take.
That's a clean take right
It
there.
needs to be on Mount Rushmore, bro. Carved
Yeah.
in.
Yes.
Let's see the
take that,
caption
dude.
again, Sherm. So the Kevin's Natural Food clean take is come from William the 18th, Dogs William on X. Jack Hughes is already the Sportsman of the Year. No one else even needs to apply. Iconic image that will define U.S. hockey for a generation.
Clean take.
Clean take by William the 18th.
When we, America is taking photos with our golds and two guys skate away and they start talking about, is it Goudreau? Johnny Goudreau, who passed away in a car accident. These two guys who are technically these kids' uncles, so Johnny Goudreau has two kids, goes to the stands and grabs those kids with the jersey and brings it over so those kids can be a part of something that their dad would have been a part of. I mean, I'm borderline getting choked up just talking about
The
it. dude.
video, once they first touch the ice and they have the kids and you see the
Yeah.
whole team just start going nuts for the kids. I mean,
Dude,
The daughter's smiling like, oh, it's
I know, man. That was
it's too pure.
Yeah.
It's too pure.
He was like a pioneer for USA Hockey. He was like one
Was
of
he
the,
really?
Yeah, like he was on Boston College, 18 years old, won the Heisman for hockey. He's like 5'7", 130 pounds, winning the Hobie Baker, the Heisman. He's like one of the pioneers that got USA Hockey like back into the mix. He should have been on the team. He's been on Worlds. He played World Juniors. And so like Dylan Larkin and Kachuk like grabbing his daughters and his son and his daughter, like,
yeah, that was amazing.
it's unreal.
Larkin,
The
Michigan,
USA
man.
Hockey Brotherhood you just can't beat it. Like it is truly something.
You can't beat the hockey camaraderie.
No.
Hockey culture is one of one, man. You
It's-
got 25 guys on a team,
Yeah.
and they all just ride together and roll together. Like when I was at Michigan, I've talked about it a bunch. These hockey guys would just roll in packs, and they were always together, and they just would play poop dollar and
Everything.
always fucking do their thing,
Getting weird. It was
getting
awesome.
weird,
Having
always
fun, laughing.
but just having fun,
Doing
truly
weird
just
shit.
having fun.
Yeah.
The video of the old boy, you posted it, but he's like, I'm getting fucked up tonight.
Yeah.
You
Vincent
saw the boys
Trocheck getting fucked up
Yeah,
tonight.
just looking at his wife, basically being like, "Don't wait up for me." Like this is going down.
Or do, you know.
Yeah, get
That would
that,
get weird.
that Compton wedding night vibe.
That whiskey D.
that whiskey, that Rose Sparks implementation.
All right, we interrupt this episode to bring you guys Jim Beam. Listen, boys, as you all know, we have now entered what could be the worst time of the year. That's right, football is over. What are we supposed to do on Sunday or Monday or Thursday? So much time, so little football.
Whoa, easy now. Just because football is over, the hang doesn't have to stop, because believe it or not, there's still a ton of stuff to be excited for. We're talking basketball, hockey. We just talked about that quite a bit. Tennis, baseball, and that big soccer tournament right here in the good old US of A. All to be enjoyed with a crisp, delicious, and oh so refreshing Jim Beam and lemonade.
It's like taking the lemon of football being over and turning it into lemonade.
Correction. I'm taking the lemon of football being over and turning it into Jim Beam and lemonade, because Jim Beam and lemonade is always the right call. It's light flavor, it's refreshing, and so delicious. No matter what you and your boys are watching.
Dude, you're so right, because at the end of the day, no matter what the sport you're pivoting to this offseason, it'll be best enjoyed together.
We're also brought to you by True Classic. If you like the way these pants are fitting me, or the black shirt you always see me wearing that grabs that shoulders, grab the chest, leaves you a little in the middle because you've been a naughty boy in the winter seasons, you can hide a little bit because you can still feel great about yourself. You can find True Classic at Amazon, in Costco, Sam's Club, and Target nationwide, or go online at trueclassic.com/Bussin. Look good, feel good, and play good. Dude, yeah. It was incredible.
You had a bet.
Yeah.
You had a bet with Kyle from Nelk Boys.
Yeah, so Kyle,
He's full-blooded Canadian.
he's a full blood. He's pure blood. He's pure blood Canadian. And
Full of maple syrup.
Yeah, yeah. Was it Jack, you, me, and Demon? We're in Vegas. We're at the sports book putting one in for the UFC, and he's there. They're putting something in, and I was like, "Hey, the Olympics are coming up. We should like do a fun bet, like for content or whatever." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm in." Blah blah blah. A couple months go by. I hit him up a couple times. Really no response. Kind of doing whatever. Then all of a sudden, I get a
nervous.
DM. He was nervous. I get a DM from him and his boy, who's always with him every time I see him. And then he's like, "Whatever you want to do." It's in one of the videos that Matt did. Let's actually give a round of applause for Matt. He did a lot of content for me this week.
Let's go.
Putting together
Good
videos.
shit, Matt.
And Matt was like, I would call him, it would answer on the first ring, and then he'd be like, "Oh, hey, I'm gonna eat dinner and I'll get it done." 1 hour later, that's fucking done. Yeah, hop in the twin bed
Got
after.
the toes out wiggling.
Yeah. So Kyle sends me a nice little a selfie video, be like, "Whatever you want to put on it, action, money, we can do whatever. You can't even tie skates," proved him wrong. "You can't skate," proved him wrong. So he's like, "Whatever you want to do, we can go and do those things." So Matt and I were talking about it. He's our hockey guy. Like, we got to figure something out. Matt had a phenomenal idea of the loser, which was Canada in this instance. So Kyle has to fly to Washington, D.C. in front of the White House in full U.S. hockey gear, has to wear a sign, Matt's words, "I don't know puck, USA Hockey is number one." Am I correct?
Yeah.
And within 90 days of yesterday, so he has 89 days, and when you're watching this on Tuesday, 88 days, he has to come on Bussin' With The Boys.
Are we able to get him to put in parentheses below the, what is it, don't know puck? Canada doesn't know puck?
I don't know puck.
I don't know puck.
I don't know puck.
Below in parentheses, could we get, and so is Bussin' With The Boys. America is number one, so is Bussin' With The
Sure.
Boys.
I mean, I can. Worst thing
We
you can
can
say
make
is
that
no.
an add-on, yeah.
Worst thing
Yeah.
you can say is no.
I saw him trying to come after your winnings.
Yeah.
He was trying to come after those winnings.
So he came after the winnings. He's like, next gambling
Or
session
like,
with
hey, this
Dana
is supposed
White,
to be fun.
I have to donate to some sort of Canadian hockey league or whatever. And so I was like, all right, if USA wins, you have to donate $100,000 to Michigan's NIL fund. And then he's like, let's just do the first two.
Let's just keep it fun.
yeah, let's keep it fun.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
yeah. Because I was kind of like, damn, well, they don't want to do that. But if he wants to, and I've listened to what, Tate McRae on a stream for 24 hours straight. Yeah. And I took it out. He's like, what happened to Tate McRae? And I honestly was like, dude, 24-hour stream with 2 kids and one on the way. I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like if it came down to the worst of it, which it didn't have to, I'd have to get rid of this. So once that happened, he's like, let's just go back to the original bet. I'm like, all right, all good.
Well, the best part of that video is he was like, at the end of it, which I didn't see till last night I was editing, was like, hey, like Jack Hughes sucks, by the way. Like Tate McRae's like living in his head.
He did.
And then Jack Hughes gets the golden goal. Like, dude.
He called out
F
Jack
off.
Called out Jack. You know Jack saw it.
Oh, yeah.
You know Jack saw that.
I
checked his profile last night. You know who he follows?
Jack is Verde, yeah.
None of us, but it's all good.
Jack
He probably
is
saw it in his algorithm.
He probably rolled over the bed, showed Tate the video, and was like, I'm going to score the game winner, and did it.
What was it, Quinn Hughes? Did you see that thing?
With
Well, Quinn Hughes like went over to his room or texted Jack Hughes and was like, "You up?" And he's like, "Yeah, just dreaming about scoring the game-winning goal or the gold medal goal."
That's so nails. That's so nails,
buddy.
That's so
That's
nails.
all time,
fucking
man.
electric.
They're just scheming.
And I don't understand the hate. Like when I'm up in the Great White North, people are like the Kachuk brothers. They're not even good. Like they put up the stats after. Like Matthew Kachuk was +7.
Yeah.
And had like what 9 assists or something like that in the Olympics.
Remember his chirp to Connor McDavid?
No, but tell me.
Always, what is it? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Because he's beaten Connor McDavid the past 2 Stanley Cups and then beat him in the gold medal.
Oh my God, bro!
Never the bride.
Chirp of the year.
Chirp of the year.
I'll tell you what. So this game was incredible. The only thing that I wish was different was right before the Olympics started, or this is when I heard it. You couldn't fight in the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
There was no fighting allowed, and that pissed me off because I wanted a first puck drop,
Like
gloves down.
like the Four Nations, right? Then
Exactly
like
like
3.
the Four
How many fights went off?
3 fights in like 6 minutes.
3 fights in the first 18 seconds.
Yeah.
They disrespected the national anthem.
They booed the natty
That's
anthem.
crazy, bro.
And
hey, you want to hear
for
some
entertainment
bullshit?
for WWE, I kind of mess with it.
Love it.
Oh,
I kind of love it.
them booing us.
Them booing the national anthem. Look,
You got to tread lightly on that.
You
but
got to
I
tread
understand
lightly.
where you're
but
going.
watching the moment, the stage, and
Right,
everything else,
right.
like I want war.
Like Canada,
I want hate. I want rage.
right. Because America won this gold, because of the Four Nations,
I want war.
where the NHL is right now, it's in the best spot it's ever been in the history of the sport, and it's only because of the United States of America.
I mean, that Four
It's a
Nations
bar.
game, like,
That's a bar.
So again, not in the weeds with all the Canadian stuff. They cheated in curling.
Oh, bro, yeah. Do you see
Hang
that?
on, remind me. So they cheated.
Yeah. The rule is when you let go and it's in a forward momentum, you can no longer touch, especially the stone. You can't touch the stone. Buddy touched the stone.
He didn't just touch it.
That's an infraction.
Pushed
He
it.
didn't just touch it. He gave
Pushed
it. a
He
little-
fucking gave it a hey, just a tip, just for a second. He gave it a tip moment. I hope she feels good about this
Come back
tip.
here.
Look at that.
Look at that. And then he starts
gonna be a
cursing
great
on
meme.
national television.
And the
That's when
Swedish.
he knew he was wrong.
Yeah. Oh, you want to call me fucking out there, boy? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And that was so crazy because the Swedish guys, apparently people were scheming like, hey, you guys got to make sure there's a camera. They've been doing this all year. And then sure enough, he tells me, he goes, oh yeah, we can watch the film back, bud, and you'll see what you did. Butted him.
Hit him with a butt.
Hit him
A
with the
Swedish
bud.
cat hit him with the bud.
Ran the
Sweden?
tape back. But what I'm trying to figure out is we have the tape. How
Right.
are they allowed to compete and then be able to hold the most faulty gold medal of all time? in
You know
Olympic
why?
history?
Because they knew what was coming in hockey. You got to give a kid.
It had to. And then I don't know if you saw the photoshops of the guy with the poke. It has him poking McKinnon's puck out of the net off when he missed the wide
I was
one.
gonna say that meme is gonna be generational.
Dude.
But to your point though, like, yeah, I don't get that either. If we got all the cameras and we got the footage and
Crazy.
everything else, how are they getting wrapped with the gold medal?
Yeah.
You know,
I
we might
don't
as well
understand
let
that.
Russia
There
back
should have
in.
been some
That's
sort of.
what
I mean, I don't know if there was any sort of discipline enforced, but it definitely is like from what I could see and what ChatGPT told me is like that's against the rules.
But they don't do any like reviews. I was trying to watch curling for a little bit, but it got a little boring.
What I learned about curling is
I'm sorry. I was into watching. The figure skater. What's her name? Alyssa
that
Liu.
Asian
Lou.
chick.
Bro.
The one that goes, let's fucking go.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
She's badass. She's
Badass.
She was badass. Like the perfection of her performance. Like we're sitting there watching because Charles was super into it. Rue was into it. And I'm watching this shit go and it's like the confidence. It seemed like she was just fully immersed in enjoying her performance,
Flow state.
which I thought was like, I don't know. I feel like you rarely witness something like that. Usually people are in there, like there's a level of focus that I feel like everybody has, even when they're winning and dominating. But she seemed to be having so much joy during that performance where it was like, I don't know. It was like romantic watching it.
Yeah, like floating.
Yeah.
Like everything seemed effortless. You're basically explaining the last lap of F1, and I agree 100%. Yeah, and that-
Great movie.
Great
movie.
I think I've watched it 6 times. Dude.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Figure skating needs that edge, though, that edge factor. I think it's going to bring a lot more guys like us, like, damn, yeah, like, let's just get
Dude,
this
Blades
thing
of Glory
going,
showed us
right?
that.
Hey, Chaz Michael Mike.
Yeah.
Like she just had like some swag about her. Like she was having fun. She's
18.
smiling.
She retired from the Olympics, from figure skating, and then came back for the Olympics, and then she wins 2 gold medals. And afterwards, they're like, "You gonna retire again?" She's like, "Probably." She's literally just in it for the love of the game.
Love of the game,
They're like, "Are you
man.
gonna go to college?" She's like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just hanging out."
Do you know her like the full
That's
backstory on her?
No,
It's
no.
sick.
It's crazy.
She
So-
was adopted?
no,
Not
so
adopted.
yeah, not adopted. Her dad is Chinese.
Got you.
They grew up in China. He fled the country because he's like fighting for democracy in China, so they kick him out.
Respect.
He's also a psycho dad, and like extremely hard on her. All the things, horrible, miserable childhood. Like she's getting dropped off at ice practice, and her coach is saying she's just showing up. And right when she gets dropped off, she's bawling, crying because it's too much pressure, all of the stuff. Then she gets really good at skating. China tries to pay the family millions of dollars to come back, compete under the Chinese flag. They say no. She competes in the Beijing Olympics, doesn't get a medal, decides to walk away. When she takes this break, she like hikes some of Mount Everest, enrolls in like a couple classes at UCLA, and then she was skiing one time and she kind of, I guess, got the rush again and was like, man, I think I want to go back to figure skating. But she showed up to her coach. She calls her coaches and she has like all these different stipulations. Like nobody tells me what to eat. Nobody tells me how often I practice. Nobody tells me what music I have to skate to. I get to do every single thing my way. And then her way got her the gold
Yo,
medal.
that is
That gasses me up, bro.
This was like 20 months ago, too.
Retiring from figure skating just to climb Mount Everest as an 18-year-old. I mean, fuck you, Canada.
clean take.
Clean day.
No. All right.
Hey, Chuck Gallagher's pissed right now. Oh, sorry, Chuck. Rum fun.
Can't forget the women's team too. We beat Canada.
Dude, and hey, the captain of the women's team, Michael Schofield, Michigan man, played football with him. Right above Michael Schofield. Back to Michigan. Always come back to Michigan.
I know. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you're talking about women's team.
Yeah,
You're like,
the captain of the women's team is married to Michael Schofield, who I went to
Okay, you
Michigan
got-
with. Nope, I said that. I said
that's
that.
true.
Run it
You
back.
didn't say that. I
I'll
was
show you the
thinking-
tape. I'll show you the tape later, bud.
Okay.
Go ahead. Got his ass, boys.
Taylor.
It's gonna be
Damn, I don't
that
think you're
meme
right.
with it.
You definitely did not say that.
Yeah, it definitely did not.
Shut up, Mitch. I got his ass, boys.
I think the
Hang on. Do we need to test this captain?
I think the captain is Hillary Knight.
Well, she's on
She's
the team.
lesbian.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Michael Schofield.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Michigan man.
Michigan man.
Damn it.
it's all right.
Thought everything was going my way in 26.
Nasty goal.
Yeah, dangled him.
Yeah, Keller. I forgot her first name. Morgan.
Megan Keller. That's
Megan
right.
Keller.
Megan Keller. Good call.
Bobsled team was kind of a letdown.
Bob, hey, that's okay.
I watched one where they were like 17th to start.
You watch Skeleton?
I was fascinated watching the bobsled because as they have the running clock going, they're always showing it in the red or green.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like every
Yeah.
little checkpoint they have, it'll be like 0.06 seconds behind, and you just get locked in on the times of everything.
And you're wondering, like, how do they... They're like trying to explain to you how it gets better, like how you get better in your race.
One of the events I got really confused about, not confused, very self-explanatory, but running a mile in skis uphill.
God, that one guy was
Cross country or whatever.
6 minute mile pace.
Yeah. Like, buddy, why don't you just take the skis off and go try to run the mile world record time? Like, why don't you just run on flat land and not make
Hey,
it
I'm
so
with you.
hard?
Was it cross country skiing? that what
I
it
have
is?
no clue.
I think that was
But it was going viral, and I was like, I mean, yeah. How many people actually go out to do this event anyway?
I think it's it was like a new event added this year.
Did we win?
No.
Oh,
No, this was a different
all
cat, but
snow,
he
man.
was.
yeah, dumb as hell.
The
Norway probably
event
won
that's
it.
similar to that, where they have to stop and snipe some of those targets.
Okay, that's badass.
Biathlon, that
I'll
is
mess with
sick.
that.
To be able to like move 6-minute mile pace and then stop your heart rate just to hit the target that's this big,
Yeah.
like 4 times, and then you're just like, I'm out.
If you miss the target too, you have to do another lap around this track. So
No.
imagine your heart rate just spike, and then you miss a target at 100 meters. You just gotta go right around to the track again.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
This was like it's like a dad. It was probably the father of a skier that like wasn't that good. And he wanted his kid to be an Olympian so bad, and this was his punishment. And somebody saw it and was like, "We're going to turn that into an event."
Right?
It sounds like torture.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Like,
is?
oh, he's number one in the world. He's been number one for the last 5 years. Like, yeah, who else does the sport?
You know what's a crazy the just the skiing like X Games stuff they do, but they've gotten all so good. I have no idea what's good anymore.
Right,
You see them do like that's a clean take,
Snowboard
right?
half pipe is crazy.
It's crazy. It's like they're doing like back to back 900s, 8 whatever.
2200s on the super pipe.
And I'm like, that's amazing. But like, how are we grading this now?
So-
Because it
so-
seems like everyone just rips.
There was a trick that had never been done before, never landed. Like it's been attempted, but it never been landed before. I think a U.S. guy did it and landed it, and like it's unprecedented, never been done before. And one of the judges was like Norwegian, and there was a Norway guy who was already in first. That Norwegian judge scored the U.S. guy lower than the Norwegian guy. So like
Oh, tomfoolery is taking place.
A little bit, they're saying. A little bit.
Got a silver. Damn, that's crazy. But dude, watching them like spin and flip, and then it's like, how do you even look at that and go 9? You know,
Yeah.
it's just nuts,
How many more events are there?
dude. The men's
Is it
figure
over? It's
skating.
fully over.
Yeah, I think closing ceremony was yesterday, right? Which great time to do it. Yeah, what a way. We had the men's figure skater, the guy who's like the best in the world, but he just kind of fell apart at the end.
Ilya.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did like the first 7 back-to-back quad axles or whatever it was. Like he's like the man. He like fell apart and lost, but I'll tell you what he did do is lose with grace. Like the way he handled that L was so American.
And he helped the team
So romantic.
figure skating.
Yeah, so romantic.
We won gold for the team event, which is sick that he was a part of. Broke my heart, dude. The way that he just spilled out. Like, yeah, dude.
Damn.
But he did lose with grace. There's something to be said.
Yeah,
There's
the
ice
way he
conspiracy too that end of the rink had some faulty things going on.
You're lying.
Ooh.
Why are you being real?
That's what I heard.
Why are you being real?
That's what I heard.
I feel
Yeah.
like
That's what I heard.
so people tried to cheat America in the
Maybe.
Olympics, which I could see. I could see that. But whatever.
Are they all skating on the
But
same
whatever,
ice
man.
rink? Yes. But did it affect him the most? Yes.
Both
Is
can be
it-
true.
Both can be true
Both
at
can
the
be
same time.
true.
Do
The
we
power's
feel
in the question?
How do we feel about Russia not competing in the Olympics?
I mean, if Canada can cheat in curling, let them back in.
So what happened with Russia? What's the story?
I think it's the Russia-Ukraine thing.
Yeah.
When they're in a war, they won't compete in the Olympics.
Every day is a war.
Damn.
Every day is an award, JP. You're correct in that.
Doping, to me, the doping thing, you get kicked out. The war side of things, it's the same thing in tennis where they, like they drop the flag of all the Russian players, but they're still out there competing. Yeah, and it's kind of like the players are outspoken, like, hey, we don't want this war to be going on. Like, we don't want people to be dying. And I feel like if the doping thing is true, or it is true, then you get suspended. But if it's only the war stuff, it's like, I think you got to let those people compete.
Under the
flag
Yeah.
or just
I think removing the flag is kind of dumb anyways, because like,
they removed it in 2018.
right, but it's like everybody knows where you're from.
It's
Like,
in like the people of the Republic of Russia.
Yeah.
Something weird.
so,
Yeah, that feels like that's getting into weeds that we don't know a whole lot about. But it would just be awesome to see the Russians compete because
That team would have been gold
Yeah.
from us.
team would have been stacked. They would have definitely gotten bronze,
Ovechkin, Kucherov.
right? They would have definitely medaled.
How would
They're
they?
not-
How
they're
would they
not
have been?
beating
How
us.
would their hockey team have been?
They would have been. They would have been.
They would have
Good.
been nasty. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
have
It's the Russians, the Canadians, and the
Bobrovsky,
Americans.
Shesterkin,
Like,
Ovechkin.
well, Finland too, dude. Like Finland
Yeah,
barely got away with losing. They lost to Canada in overtime, and everyone like even when I was up up north, like there's a couple guys who are like, Finland can beat us. Like that's how good they are.
Finland has won the World Juniors. Past,
Isn't the goalie for the Preds? Isn't he? Yeah. Saros. He was the goalie. Hell of a game.
It was like 35 shots to 13 in that game, and
Dude.
he was getting peppered.
Because that's exactly what we had. Like the game that we watched, this gold medal game, is kind of the similar game that we saw in Finland and Canada, except for Saros just happened to let one through in overtime. Clean take. Like it was that close. Yeah. And then someone, I think Cody the Exposed, he's like, hey, hopefully you make it when they beat Finland, and we dusted some team I can't pronounce for like 6-2. Just killed Slovakia.
Powered by Kevin's Natural Foods.
You
know they're healthy.
Had to do.
Gotta get your protein.
Gotta get it, dude.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, Olympic Village.
I see what's highlighted right now.
Let's say that.
What?
You know you can't say that.
Oh, I didn't know until I was saying it. I didn't know until I was saying it.
That's fair.
Once I was saying it, I was
that's a clean take. Sometimes you don't know what you're saying until you're saying it.
Okay.
That's a clean take.
Just drop the volume when I say that part.
Yeah.
So we still get that. Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Got to be better about that.
Oh, again.
What else are we missing? America's the best.
Can I share a clean take?
Share a clean take.
Unrelated to the Olympics, I'd like to give this clean take to Punch the Monkey. Punch the Monkey, he finally got the hug that he deserved his entire life, and he had to go through some of the hardest trials and tribulations to get that hug. But to see Punch the Monkey be embraced by the other monkey community was truly heartwarming. And I wish we knew the name of that monkey that gave Punch his hug.
Man, clean take. I don't even know about Punch the Monkey, but clean take.
You don't know Punch the Monkey?
Is this the little monkey that was getting tossed around and went and hugged the little stuffed animal?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
He got a hug, bro. He got accepted into it.
I'm almost happy I didn't see it. Sounds sad.
You don't want to see it.
But Punch Monkey, like he keeps going. He keeps showing up.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, like
he's a grinder. He's from the mud.
Similar to that penguin that
America.
was doing his thing.
I know about that penguin now.
Yeah, he was kicked out of his family as a young kid, and he uses a stuffed animal monkey as his like partner. And he's in this zoo. None of the monkeys want him around. They're pushing him around. But dude, like JP said, he grinded. He kept going. He's pushing the rock every day up the hill.
So the story ends good for Punch the Monkey. Yeah.
And I've also read that when Harambe was murdered almost 10 years ago, that sent us into 10 years of despair. Punch the Monkey surviving and getting this hug and winning with love has now given us 10 years of fortune.
Wow.
And a gold medal came right after that.
Clean take.
Hey, what happened to the penguin?
He's still out there.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's still
Is he?
waddling around.
The guy who was speaking over the screen said certain death.
That depends on how you heard it.
Okay. It's like,
Maybe the old.
is
Maybe,
this
maybe
like
it was the
dress thing,
old
like,
him.
what color do you see?
Maybe it was the old him that was dying.
I'm messing with that. Hey, JP came out of
But
a
why?
vacation flowing right now.
Flow state.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, how was vacation? How was Canada?
It was awesome, dude. I really enjoy it every time I go up there. It's awesome. We went to a place called Big White. It's like 45. It's like an hour away, and it's like a little ski resort. And the kids went ski. What?
Just Big White. It's hilarious.
Big White. It's a ski mountain.
Yeah, it's
They could have done
kids went
better than
skiing.
that.
And dude, it's like have you've seen the movie Out Cold? Yeah.
Nope.
Gee, you've seen the movie Out Cold.
How cold?
Out Cold. Zach Galifianakis puts his penis in a jacuzzi. It's a snowboarding movie.
Sounds kind of weird.
Guy comes in, tries to buy up the whole town. You guys have not seen Out
I've
Cold.
seen Hot Tub Time Machine with a hot tub.
Okay, watch the movie Out Cold. And when you watch the movie, just
I've
know
never
that
even heard of it.
you've never seen Out Cold.
No.
Does somebody get
Sound
stuck
off
on a
in the
ski lift?
comments.
Huh?
Sound off.
Does somebody get stuck on a ski lift?
Yes.
With
yes.
Will Ferrell or
No, it ain't Will Ferrell. Basically, these
I think I might have
snowboarders and these skiers or the snowboarders take down the skiers, who takes down this like billionaire guy who's trying to buy up the whole place and monopolize the town into like a tourist town. When really they're just trying to keep it all local. But there's anyway.
Sounds like Yellowstone.
Okay, yeah. This is okay. Yellowstone.
Yeah.
So the Big White place we were at, it's like people ski into town. Like you're on this mountain, then you ski into like restaurants and the lodge and these bars, and there's one called like it's like Snowman
Small White.
Sam or something like that. And apparently like the place just gets super rowdy at night, and people are just like falling all over the snow and stuff like that. It was awesome. And then watching these skiers kind of rip by, I'm like, this shit.
Did you go skiing?
Hell no. Absolutely.
out
Why don't you
bro.
take
No
lessons or
shot.
something?
Yeah, a lesson.
No. I found my new hobby and it's ice skating. I loved it when I went ice skating. But just being up there and seeing how like, dude, when I grew up, every winter, my friends would go to like Flagstaff or Durango, all these places. I've said this. And they come back in like boots or slings or a cast. I'm like, that looks fucking terrible. And then being done with football, it's like, I've already got enough bumps and bruises from the game of football. Why like add to this in my older age?
You could do like the small slopes.
I ain't trying to small slope. I want to
I'm
ice
saying
skate,
if the kiddos are getting ski lessons and
I
learning how
love
to
it.
ski.
Yeah, dude, you send the kids off with an instructor. I'll see you in 3 hours. Then you hang out, chilling, have a little coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I told you should snow too.
dude, snow tubing.
Yeah.
Talking about tubing?
Yeah.
We missed tubing. We missed tubing. You know why? We had a Catan marathon. Me, Quinn, and Taylor, we played like 4 hours of Catan.
You was moving around on the ice skates.
Bro, you see that
said it was
though,
the
right?
First time since 8 years old.
Since 8 years old. And I remember I rented the skates. The skates I got, Quinn's like, you better not post any videos. People are going to kill you for those skates. I'm like, well, that's even better reason to post a video.
My fault.
I get to the edge. What?
My fault for posting the video.
No.
With the skates.
No. I'm about it. I get to the edge of like the snow where like the rubber is and you're about to walk onto the ice. And I'm legitimately terrified. Like I'm going to eat shit on this ice. So I call Quinn over. He like gives me the arm like a dad, like a father. And I like, grab his arm and hold on to him for a little bit. And I start skating around. I'm like, this is so much fun.
It's like riding a bike.
It's like riding a bike, but not really.
Scored a goal, dude.
Yeah,
Dude.
well, like look at you skating around. Like that's since
That's
8 years
kind of
old.
nice.
Like,
And I went through Quinn's legs right there too. People, look at this. Boom! That's between his legs.
like you picked that up very easy since not doing it.
You
Since
see the
8 years old.
crossover? Look at this. Bink. That's nothing. That's nothing. Yeah,
Canadians ain't out there
couldn't
doing
make
that.
that shot, but I did.
He literally
I did make that shot. And then I don't know if this is in the video as well, but I kind of hit the top bar.
Well, bar down.
Yeah, I hit the top
On a
bar
mini goal.
on the mini goal, and like Quinn was like, "Hey, that's actually kind of nice."
Yeah.
Why don't you come to play a little beer league with me?
Dude,
Play some
I'm kind of into the idea
My
of it.
mom's
Little
a skating
beer league.
teacher too, so we can get the family out.
2 days after I made this video, I went and bought my own. I have skates now, and I am legitimately down to learn how to play hockey.
Here's the big.
I think that would be hilarious if I took
Seems
you out
like
in
you
the
know,
rink.
bro. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's one-handed. That's one-handed.
Dominate that league.
We're in the playoffs. We need you.
You don't need me right now.
We have two
I
guys
need.
out.
When does the next league start?
March. Like it's like year round. Like it's very
Okay.
soon.
Oh, so this is just-
So we
maybe.
need- we
yeah,
have
I need to. I need
Talk
to
about
like.
playoffs. You
I need
got
like a 6-month
start of the
buffer.
season next year or next month.
Yeah, I mean, we have a summer league.
And you know what's so weird to me, and this is gonna be a very dumb comment, but hobbies kind of rip.
Clean take.
I know,
Clean take.
I know that's ridiculous.
They're really cool.
But like, there's more to life than just work and hang out with your kids.
Hey,
Like,
Kevin,
I
that's
skate.
your
I'm like,
fruits,
dude,
clean take.
my kids got skates. We're gonna rip.
Hobbies are fun.
Hobbies are fun.
Hobbies are fun.
I'm gonna skate now, dude.
It's an escape at a 10:30 at night hockey game. Against
Yeah, man.
it's an
10:30
escape.
at night.
night
10:30 at
skate.
night's a little too late for me. Do we have like a 7 p.m.er?
Yeah, we usually have prime time. We kind of got screwed last night with a 9 p.m. puck drop, but
Here's my
yeah,
goal.
our refs suck too. I was like, this is a 9 p.m. crew.
What if they listen?
Fuck them.
Here's my goal. I would like to have a tryout for the Predators 1 year from now. I'd like to try out for the Predators. Just go and skate with the boys
At Bridgestone.
at Bridgestone. That's what I would like to do.
They do tryouts every year.
I would,
They need
I would
to.
smoke Roman. He wouldn't stand a chance, right? He's old.
We talking
He
about
didn't
Roman.
get a gold medal.
we talking about
I got
Roman
a gold
Yossi?
medal.
Roman Yossi, Philip Forsberg.
Are you
Yeah.
older? Are you older than him?
I think so. Yeah. No, definitely.
Sidney Crosby's older than him.
How old is Roman Yossi?
He's like 30,
Y'all probably around
32,
Yeah,
30 or 34.
But I've talked to one of the guys from the Predators before, and he's like, if you ever get on skates, it'd be hilarious for us to go out there and do some content with them. And now that I've gotten on skates, I'm like, we should actually try to make the team.
He's 35.
Dude. Yeah.
He's 35. He's way older than me.
I'll go I'll
You
go
and
hurt
Phil
myself
Forsberg out there? He's friends with George Kittle, friend of the show.
Yeah.
I might be nice at being a goalie.
You'd be nice at being a goalie. Get you out there. Goalies are weird though.
Just stretching on every time out, taking a sip of water.
Yeah, pull the thing up.
Honestly, a goalie's like warm up at the beginning of a game is one of the best
So
things. to
Goes
watch,
hard.
bro. They're just
The legs back and forth.
Yeah,
down,
hitting that
slide.
side to side.
It's
Dude,
disgusting.
I
Preds
would-
game soon.
I would like,
We gotta
yes, I would legitimately like to try to sharpen these skills
Blackout.
and just go out and play with
my
them
God.
one day. Maybe there's like the preseason. I can go play a preseason game with them.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
We'll find out.
Or are you challenging the Nashville Predators to a game, Bussin versus the Predators?
That would be game over.
Junior.
JP, you gotta
Hey,
be on
dude,
the
you
ice.
gotta
with
wear
me.
a full suit.
We'll be next to each other, holding each other up. Hey, you got the puck. Get it.
You do need to be coached.
Should we challenge the Predators 3-on-3?
Do it right now.
3-on-3.
Should
All
we
right.
challenge?
Don't even look back.
We're Bussin' With The Boys is officially challenging the Nashville Predators in a 3-on-3 exhibition game for fun.
Okay.
We'll do it for charity. We'll do it for charity. Will play goalie. I'll play
I
whatever.
could be nice with the stick. We don't know. I haven't
we
really
gotta
tapped
get
into
out
any
there.
potential.
We gotta
Yeah.
get out there, dude.
Go old school 4v4. We need one more body out there.
Okay, we'll go 4v4. 4v4. Should we take one of their guys?
Yeah, 3v4. We're on a power play the whole game.
We're on a power play.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we should have an extra person.
3v4.
Yeah.
5v3. Yeah, they got to hit a triangle on us, dude. See if we can't get through. All right, 5v3. Us versus the
Slowly
Predators.
passing it around.
Is it you, me,
Shoot it.
you, me, Matt, and who's our fourth?
Dude, I played in high school.
Did you really?
I picked up hockey halfway through my junior year of high school just because hobbies. I was like, I want to see if I can do this. And in our first game, we
Hobbies
played
red.
our rival, and I missed basically a goal similar to Canada. Yeah, and everyone was ready to dead fish on the ice. It's one of the biggest mistakes in my life, but I would like some redemption. So I got a whole I still got my whole gear set up.
You know,
Do you
Jackson.
really?
Yeah.
You still got skates?
Yeah. X60s, man.
Dude, we need, so the three of us,
I
the four,
know.
you need to be a part of we got to go skate.
Will
Yeah,
is
I'm in.
definitely
Yeah,
the
I'm in.
goalie.
Let's go skate.
Definitely the goalie, right? And boys got the reaction time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
And
be
hey,
Petty.
you guys, this is some
That shit's
busting
gonna be
lore
scary.
between me and Will.
So much pads.
This is
So many
but
pads.
this is busting lore between me and Will. He's really good side to side. He's good at changing direction. That's your
Quick.
thing. That's your
I'm
thing.
good inside the box.
Yeah.
You get me
Yeah.
from B gap to B gap, I'm nice.
Nice.
I can get my mom. She works at the rink. We'll rent out a little sheet of ice for an hour and just practice.
Hour, what, 3 times a week?
3 times a week.
3
yeah.
times a week.
I'll get you guys in the
3
shade.
times a
3
week.
times a week.
Oh, we got to practice.
Just going back and
Yes,
forth.
we got to skate.
We got to skate.
If
All
we're
right.
gonna play the Preds, like we gotta skate.
Let's do a
We
quick
gotta skate.
exhibition game.
Yeah, for charity.
Gary, 1 fight per period. Have to. Have to fight once
Yeah.
per period.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Yeah, that's you. That's
Yeah.
I'm not really.
Hey, I'm gonna get my ass knocked out. You know what they're gonna do? They're just gonna go I'm gonna, and just fall back.
Yeah, full pads. Full
Yeah.
pads.
I might have to go full Happy Gilmore. Just take my skate off, try to get him. Yeah. Just shiv a couple guys.
I wonder, like, there's no way that 5 people that never played hockey could beat one NHL player and 1 NHL goalie.
Oh, we could for sure beat them.
I don't think so,
Absolutely.
dude.
Yeah, we could.
I think they're
Absolutely.
Who's on their team? Like Forsberg.
Forsberg,
Yossi,
Better than us.
Yeah.
Flying around us.
flying around. I'm gonna trip the shit out of them, dude. Hey, one thing I got, wingspan. I will take their legs out.
We'll just get. You're
Flying by.
6 feet tall. Yeah, just sit in front of the net and get tips. 6'7".
Yeah. 6 feet.
I didn't want to say 6'7", but
Yeah.
front of the net.
Like who they got? Philip
skates,
Forsberg.
though.
Never
On
heard of
skates, he'd
him.
be like 6'9".
Saros. He's all right. Stamkos.
Stamkos.
Isn't he old? Stamkos is old.
He's pretty old.
He's on
old.
a he's on a heater though. He's on a heater.
That's okay.
5v1 could be possible in theory.
Look at all of these photos.
scoring on that goalie.
Bro, we walked
Hey,
on the
Stamkos
True,
is like
yeah,
the
you're right.
Sure, look at all
Yeah,
these
what are we
photos and just
talking
look
about?
how handsome Roman Yossi is.
But
He's
the
the most
solo dude that's
handsome
out
guy
there,
in
he'll
the
get
world.
tired.
He's so hot.
he's a hot guy.
And he's Finnish?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, Roman's
Okay.
Yeah.
top 5 looking dudes out there.
100%.
Forsberg's a
Let's
hot
calm
guy
it down.
too.
Let's calm it down. Let's calm it down.
Scoot over to Hey, let me put my eyes on Forsberg. Scoot it over.
I feel like all the
real quick.
Preds are just like hot guys.
Mustache.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah, the bucket doesn't do anything. Oh, dude, we gotta get
Full
you
pads.
need up.
Full pads. Bussin' hockey jerseys.
Jofa helmets, dude. Old school Russian helmets.
No visor.
Clean
No, I'm
tanks.
going dark visor.
Tinted visor. I have a
Tinted
chrome
visor.
visor if you want it.
I want tinted visor.
Hey, also, did you find a USA hockey jersey?
No.
If there's anyone out there listening
Bro, I
that
went
can
to-
get us USA hockey jerseys, please
For when we
tap
play the
in.
Preds.
Yeah, for when we play the Preds. And if you have
We'll
gold
make-
medals
we'll
that we
make-
can use.
We'll make bussin' jerseys, sweaters, whatever they're called. Get the cool lace in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll all be number 69.
On a
get Will matching goalie
Stat sheet would
Hey,
look
new
great.
Shoresy season 2.
Badass
Last one.
goalie.
I
mask.
know. Is it the last
That's what I
one?
heard.
Just a wolf head.
Dude, that'd be fun to play. So Shorzy, that crew, they do like a a charity hockey game too. We'll take them down after we take the Preds down. But right now we got to take the Preds down.
Yeah. NHL
We have like a tournament with everybody.
Well, we can't do a tournament because we won't last
Yeah,
very long.
Isn't
Matt, take it easy.
there like a NHL All-Star celebrity game though that like Taylor you like if you worked up your skills?
Justin Bieber's in it.
Yeah, Bieber's in it. You could play in that.
You and JB.
Represent America.
I would hip check the shit out of Bieber, dude.
You could play in that.
He's small.
I don't know, dude. He's
Yeah.
to you.
He's quick. Bieber's clean on skates.
I bet he's nice.
He's nice
Canadian.
on skates.
He's boys
Yeah.
with Austin Matthews. We're gonna have to steal that relationship.
Yeah, but Austin Matthews, you know where he grew up? Scottsdale. So Scottsdale's kind of the mecca of hockey right now.
Let's get him on here,
Yeah,
Captain.
got to. Toronto Maple Leafs captain.
Captain of the U.S. Toronto Maple Leafs.
All right, we got P. Willis coming up. What's the Rose Sparks? We got a Rose Spicy Tier Talk.
Will hitting a Mitch on us right now.
Well, I'm just saying we've been rocking.
We've been rocking.
We
You're
got
right.
a Rose Spicy Tier Talk brought to us by Roe, the boner pills. Best household chores to do to earn brownie points
with your wife
with your wife.
with your wife or partner.
or partner.
Best
partner.
household chores?
I'm thinking dishes rip, like the whole "you cook, I clean" type of thing. Like everyone's bellies
good
are full.
one.
Everyone's bellies are full. You say, "Hey, go ahead and sit down, relax, digest a little bit. I'm gonna pick up these plates,
Yeah.
handle business."
How about all the household chores? Mama, you go out of town. I've been rocking solo with the two kiddos since Saturday. Charles' flight got canceled because of snowstorm out in New York. So I'm rocking with him. I'm going until she gets in tomorrow. But maybe just you do all the household chores and Mama can leave town. You'll take care of the
Checking
entire
underneath the
operation.
So we got dishes and all of them.
All of them. You got to feed them.
That's right too.
Got to put them to bed.
Yeah.
I think number one
Got to cook the
W-
foods or
number
order
one-
the foods.
Number one W household chore you can do for your wife is if they're out or doing whatever and they had already started their laundry and say it's already in the dryer and you have clothes folded before they're back.
That's a good one.
That is a very
That's a
one.
good
Hey,
one.
this is how you know
JP.
JP's gonna be married forever, man. That's just
Kids dialed.
off the top like that.
My
From the hip.
mine that I love to do back in Texas during the summer months is you put a long sleeve shirt on when it's hot so that you are covered in sweat. Do a little bit of yard work, lift the mower, tilt the mower a little bit when you go over some tall grass so you just spray your legs with a bunch of that grass, dude. And time it out to when she's coming home. You're out there and you just do the hat off and you do one of those, dude. Just
That's an American move.
yo.
That's an American move.
She
95% chance you're getting a fresh lemonade.
you will need some Rose Sparks. Just let me say that.
Yeah.
So.
I
You
like
will
that.
need some Rose Sparks. Or when Mama's just out, maybe she's at dinner, she's just out of the house, she comes back to a decluttered house, pick up around the living room, clean up the kitchen, get everything nice, spick and span. She walks in, oh my God, did you do this?
I did.
Daddy did.
Daddy did.
Yeah. What's this on the counter? It's a Rose Sparks.
Why is it empty?
It's in my system.
Babe, you didn't clean the counter. Oh no, that's meant to be there.
Yeah. What's it say? Rose Sparks? How long's it been? About 15 minutes.
Lasts up to 36
See
hours.
ya.
That's what you know.
Marathon City. Nice. Should we get to P. Willis?
Let's get into P. Willis.
Great pod. Delanie Walker. Huge dub. I think Will gave Delanie a call 10 minutes before the show started.
Yeah.
10 minutes before. Delanie's like, yeah, I'll be there. Goes through San Francisco traffic. Has no idea where he was at. Shows up before P. Willis. P. Willis is actually on time. And we rip, 2 hours?
Yeah, it's a phenomenal episode.
Yeah.
This is Patrick Willis. This is one of the greatest linebackers to ever step on the grass.
Him talking about his upbringing.
Yeah, what he
his
didn't have.
toes.
Didn't have running water until 8 years old.
Crazy. Just nuts, man. It's a great podcast. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Big hugs, tiny kisses. We love you. We appreciate you. Leave comments. All right, boys, before we get into the interview, let me explain why guys keep talking about Rose Sparks. You hear stories about dudes saying once they start taking it, their confidence went through the roof and suddenly date nights felt a whole lot different. It dissolves under your tongue and in 15 minutes, you get hard. 15 minutes on average. That's fast. No planning the whole day around it and it lasts up to 36 hours. That's also why guys on Rose Sparks report their partners were more satisfied in bed. Confidence changes everything. So if you want to get hard fast and be sex ready for up to 36 hours, you've got to check out out Rose Sparks. Thank you to Rose Sparks for sponsoring this video. Roe connects guys with a medical provider that is 100% online, and if approved, treatment ships directly to their door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/bussin to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/bussin for $15 off your first order. Sparks is a compounded drug product. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to ro.co/safety-info.
This interview is brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL Draft, Tight End University with our partner George Kittle. The UFC, Bud Light partners include Peyton Manning, George Kittle, Baker Mayfield, Emmitt Smith, Shane Gillis, Post Malone, and Dustin Poirier. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Stock up on Bud Light. Head to www.budlight.com/locator to find a store near you. Are we rolling? Okay. Because we were just talking. Yeah, Patrick, well, first off, 5-time All-Pro. I mean, before we're talking about a Hall of Famer here, one of the GOATs linebackers of all time.
Bro, look at the awards and the accolades that this man has.
Yeah, you have to scroll to see all the awards.
Anybody who's a backer, a defensive player, or a football lover, you know who Patrick Willis is.
Right.
But for the people who don't, that might be tuning in, NFL Defensive Rookie in the Year in 2007, 5-time first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro, one. He got that in 2008, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL solo tackles leader, 2-time NFL combined tackles leader, NFL 2010's All-Decade Team, Butkus Award winner in 2009, All-Rookie Team in 2007, San Francisco 49ers Hall of Fame, Butkus Award winner in college, Jack Lambert Trophy in 2006, SEC Defensive Player of the Year in 2006, Consensus All-American in 2006, First Team All-American in 2005, 2-time First Team All-ACC in 2005 and 2006.
ACC or SEC?
SEC.
SEC. Hey, let's give it up for Patrick.
Patrick Willis.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Buddy, if your team's like, hey, you only have 10 minutes with Patrick Willis, like literally the intro for all your accolades is like 7 of those 10 minutes.
When you get sad, do you ever just get on your Wikipedia page and just look at the achievements and accolades?
No, I don't, man. I truthfully, it's only moments like this right here where, I really even pay any attention or just hear much about it or whatnot, because I don't really go and look myself up or look at the stats. But at moments like this, listening to it, I'm like, wow, that was some work put in.
Yeah, some work put in. And any of those, like, were you a cat that ever had to let doubt creep in, or what was the thing that kind of was the biggest worrier for you when you were playing? Was it like getting ready for the game? Was it the worry of like an imposter syndrome? Because it seems like there was no hesitation anywhere when you started rolling off those accolades.
I would say, man, the fear of failure, the fear of just not making it out, wanting more for yourself. And so I feel like every opportunity was a chance to prove that I belong and that I could do it, do that which I set my mind out to do.
You talk about the fear of failure and fear of making it out. We will get into all that because your story is insane. Like when you were in college in what, 03 to 06?
Yeah.
So I'm in high school. So I'm sitting here learning about Patrick Willis in college. Like you were like a North Star for every linebacker of that generation. Before we get into it, like what's got you at the Super Bowl? I see you got Go Bowling on, NFL alumni. What kind of work are you doing out here?
Yeah, so I'm excited to be an ambassador of Go Bowling. We are here. It's going down tomorrow at Lucky Strikes. It'll be myself, Tom Raffman, Doug Peterson, Sean Alexander, Jason C. Horn, and we'll be partnered up with attendees in attendance, and we'll just be competing, but it's all for a great cause. All the proceeds will go back to the NFL Alumni Association and the former players, which being former players, that like, man, we all at some point in time, or some more than others, need those helping hands. So it's a great cause to be here. And also, man, Go Bowling is giving out a free game of bowling on behalf of Super Bowl 60. And so if you go to gobowling.com, sign up, download the app, and you can get you a free game of bowling. But yeah, just here doing this and, man, just enjoying the week of Super Bowl.
So all people got to do is go to gobowling.com.
Gobowling.com.
Download an app, and you get a free game of bowling.
Download the app, register.
Yeah.
Put in the email. Do all the things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
all that
email.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so drop the
Couple
email.
buttons. You just gotta press a couple buttons. Go boys.
Ain't no financial exchange, but just put in your email.
It's free, right? It's free to sign up. Free to sign up.
Yeah, get
Your suit in the back, who's the best dressed guy back there. Hit me with the. It's free. Don't even worry about it. All right. So anybody out
Clump,
there?
something we might have to do too is like we might just have to let the cat out the bag that Patrick Willis is going to be on, and so that way we can get the clip out there to let people know when he says tomorrow, they know it's actually tomorrow. So they're not listening in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we forgot the free bowling.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Definitely gotta get that out there.
Free bowling for how long, John? Like even we're end of the month.
Okay, so
Oh, it goes to the end of the month.
Yeah, so you
End of
Free
the month.
bowling goes to the end of the month, the end of February.
Free bowling.
All right.
End of
you can
February.
sign up at
We'll still put the
near
clip
the end
out.
of the
Yeah,
month.
We'll put this
yeah, we'll get the
hey,
clip
coming
out.
soon. The GOAT, Patrick Willis, also free bowling if you want.
I can't keep this secret in anyway.
No.
Like
No,
this
no,
is
no.
this is a Mount Rushmore type.
Yeah,
thing for
when
us.
we're going through the list, like Super Bowl, you're trying to get these big time guys, these Hall of Fame type cats, and your name slid across. It was I'm Wilson behind me, my shoulders. He's like pulling my shoulder. I was like, "Hey, B. Willis, dude, we could get this guy. You think he'll come?" Like, yes, dude. I think so. Clump, get him. Make sure it happens. And then Delanie, you're staying at down the road.
Yeah.
Willie hits you up. He's like, "Hey, we're about to have Patrick Willis on."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Send me the address. I'll be there in 5 minutes." So that's how Bussin With The Boys planning goes.
Yeah.
We don't do it.
No,
I
you know
called
what?
Delaney 15 minutes ago. He's like, send me the location.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's why you need guys like Delanie that are just ready to ride at any point.
Hey, you talking about riding? I was literally just thinking about, man, my second year in the league. I come into practice. You know, this is maybe it was my rookie year. It could have been my rookie year, but I come into practice, come into the facility, and I'm still trying to get to know everybody. It could have been a second year or off season going into the second year, but you're not really. Some of the guys have those they have bikes and motorcycles and stuff or whatnot, and I walk in and I know Delanie had a nice black one or whatnot. Man, I come in one
That's
day.
the president. Don't worry about that.
I come in one
he's
day.
He's worrying about go bowling. He's like, "You told me there's free bowling?"
I come in one day and this guy here, man, is walking like this red. I'm looking, I'm like, man, what's up with him, man? I'm like, where's all his skin at?
Oh,
This man done rode it. You said bike, it made me think about him riding his bike one night.
Microphone.
Oh, this man's skin, all his skin was missing, and I'm like, yep. They either gonna get rid of him or he not gonna be around because ain't no way he's gonna be able to practice like that. Man, you believe that that afternoon this man was out there practicing. When I tell you guys, like, he didn't have no skin on his body though, man. Like all his forearms, knees, and everything was gone, but
toes.
So I remember that
From
day.
a wreck?
Oh yeah,
motorcycle. This is like
wreck.
this is before you and me, CBA, where the guys could ride motorcycles.
Since he let the cat out
Yeah, but
the
we're
bag.
kind of breezing over like all of his skin was gone. He's out
That's
there
just quietly like, yeah, my second year.
I say,
That
like
guy
I
lost
said,
30%
I gotta
of his
let
skin.
Patrick bring this up. Since he let the cat out the bag, I told the 49ers something else
Oh,
happened.
shucks.
It's okay. I don't play no.
Oh, shucks.
Hey, you guys are retired. They can't bring you now.
They can't find him anymore.
I had PTSD for a second. Oh shit! Oh my god! What do you find?
That was a real reaction. Two passes. Oh shit, my bad.
Oh man, yeah, my fault.
I told him I was on a dirt bike and slid out in the neighborhood, but I was actually on the 101 and crashed on the freeway and slid about 60 yards. And it ripped all my skin off. Yeah, he's telling the truth. I came in looking white. Forearms, everything. They had to skin graft me. They scrubbed me and skin graft me that day in our practice because, like he said, I thought I was getting my ass cut.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm getting cut. If I don't practice, I'm getting cut.
So they bought it. They're like, "Hey, you were just outside,
Oh yeah.
and you just slid out on your dirt
'Cause
bike,
they knew I
but you're
brought
missing 40% of your
I was bringing
skin."
motorcycles to practice, dirt bikes to I would back then, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
they-
old Delanie.
Yeah,
That's old Delanie right
I pull
there.
up in a motorcycle to practice.
That is crazy. What was Delanie like as a
Well,
teammate?
yeah, what year?
'Cause-
When you were a rookie, what year were you?
Your second
year.
Say okay, so
Second
you were
year.
relatively young.
So you guys are
then,
both
too.
young.
Yeah,
I met
yeah.
Delanie. What year 8, 9, something like that. And this is like Delanie Walker goes to the Titans. He's like he's a receiving threat now. He's not a core 4 guy anymore.
Yeah.
So he had a different attitude about him. I'm assuming.
Man, no, I truthfully believe it or not just because he's here, but man, Delanie's one of the best teammates like that I've had. I wouldn't. They asked me earlier the best ones I've had, but as I'm thinking about it now, and I'm literally not saying it because he's here, but one of the things I love most about him was just his work ethic every day, and then on top of that, man, he just embellished the roles that he had and was a difference maker. I haven't said this to you, and I haven't said it to many. but a few. That Delanie, the year that Delanie left or whatnot, I said, man, the offense is not going to be the same no more. I said, he was our X factor. To me, scanning the offense, and though we had a bunch of players that were like badasses, he was the corporate. He was the X factor because he could do everything you see in Kyle Juszczyk do now, from being fullback to being the U to being the F, catching routes and all that. I was like, man, this guy here is really what makes our defense go round, because everybody else you can kind of key in, but it's always the extra guy or that guy, and he was one of those guys. And man, like I say, he just show up every day and part of the Tony Montana squad, and yeah, he just a heck of a teammate. So when he left, I was happy for him that he was going to go, do his thing and get his rightful shine. So
yeah, get paid.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Went to my home state and fell
that means a lot, yeah. And then we got to play them, and he was covering.
He was trapping you up, wasn't he?
Nah.
Well, I think I don't know. How many you got? One catch?
On you?
Hey, same.
On you, yeah.
One on you, but
same.
He only had one catch on me too. Hey, one catch club.
He may have only guarded me once.
Yeah, but I do remember. I tackled pretty strong. But I had to compete against him and Vernon. That's another thing, man. I had to compete against him and Vernon, and both these guys. What we see now with all I mean, it's nothing new in the NFL, just maybe that which has been forgotten. But man, him and Vernon doing those one-on-ones, these cats were here, man, were moving. Vernon was like fast, but Delanie was fast, but Delanie had like shiftiness to him and whatnot. And me having Coach seeing the way these toes were set up, man, I used to dread. I used to be like, God dang it, man, these one-on-ones. So I'm like, I can't wait till we get the team drill, because at least I can now see pass, and they're just different stuff that you could pick up on. But no, man, heck of an athlete, and was a heck of a teammate. So
definitely, yeah.
How does it make you feel, Delanie?
Makes me feel good.
Say something nice about Pat.
No. You got to look at it like when you got Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, Tequila Spikes, and you going against these guys every day. Like, and they already at the top of their game. Like Patrick, Rookie of the Year. What? No, did you get Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, rookie. Yeah, defensive Rookie.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, like, so you seeing these guys come in, it's like we got to compete with them every day. When they call that tight ends and linebackers, it's like, damn, put your mouthpiece in, because they headhunters. You know what I'm saying?
Spikes had that neck too. My
and we
God.
doing blocking drills first. They come downhill. We trying to, then we like, okay, they gonna win that one. But we gonna win this pass.
Yeah. We used to do like one-on-ones, like offensive line would do.
What?
Is that not the most bullshit drill of all time?
We hate it, bro.
Would you guys start from depth, or would you start on the line of scrimmage?
We would. It would depend.
It depends.
If outside, cause we ran a 3-4, so outside linebacker they would start at the line, but then me being off the ball, I have to catch them. I play off the ball most of the time.
Yeah, and it's the most unfair thing ever.
Unfair.
They do that with the running backs too. I would watch it like from a distance while we're doing one-on-ones. Like I hated doing one-on-ones, but I look over and be like, these poor running backs, dude.
We get
just
demolished.
like 10 yards away, and the guy's just sprinting. He's like,
and it's
just
not
getting ready. Like,
it's not
good
even
luck.
fair, Taylor. They put the bag right behind you. He not about to juke you. I'm about to he run right through.
That's
it.
what the coaches tell you to do, though. They say, hey, try to work moves. Don't just run through them.
They say that, but y'all don't. Y'all just come downhill. That first one always boom. You like,
we gotta let you know. Like, that's how you shock them, because then they're gonna be setting light, or they're gonna set heavy, and that's when you can put the moves on. Then,
dude. One thing I'm realizing is like the 49ers now, like with Kittle, CMC, Warner, Trent, it seems like their locker room, like you'll look at like from a distance, be like that locker room right there seems like one of the best locker rooms. Just hearing the way you guys talk, it seems like one of the best locker rooms ever. In that situation, do you think it has anything to do with the 5G satellite thing right next to your guys' facility?
Wait, man.
Do you think there's?
How'd you know that?
I knew he was going to that.
Do you think there's something like it gets your brain or something like, hey, we got to be bros? Like, is it a bro satellite? Is what I'm asking.
I like that.
It's a bro satellite.
I
Soft
believe
tissue
so.
issues come with it, but also we're all bros.
Man, I loved the team that we had. I mean, when I came in 2007. Yeah, we didn't have we didn't have the best of squads, but man, the teammates. But then that 2011, 12, and 13, even 14 was like that was a crazy year for me. But 2011 to 2014, man, these were the best teammates to have, from offense, defense to special teams, and to just see how each and every day, like, we would show up for one another. Like, it reminds me of the last 2 years I've been able to be in the 49ers locker room from an ambassador and also football operations. And I'll say like that squad that they have that same connection in their ways. And that's the kind of stuff when people are like, man, you could come back and play, look at you. And I'm like, man, I don't have the same guys. Like, it's something about the guy that you show up with every day and you build with. And I played 7 years with Delanie. So I played most of my career with these guys. And so to come back and not have the same guys, I feel like you had to start all the way back over. And then now it's a different league. Now you say something where they looking at you like, I'm not going that hard. I'm not going to do that. And that would just mess me all the way up, because the guys we had, we're going to show up each and every day. And honestly, I'm thinking about it now, Delanie. He was a heck of an athlete, but I was thinking, I didn't realize you was drafted where you were drafted. And I'm thinking, I'm like, is that why you was every day, man? You was just, he showed up every single day as if it was like his life was depending on it or something. But you would have never known that, because I feel like he should have been paid like the top dog because the way he was showing up and whatnot. But I say all that to say, yeah, I loved those teammates that I had to went to battle with each and every Sunday.
I would say, and he probably will speak on this too. We used to have parties.
Dude,
Here we go. Now we're getting into the fun.
Yeah. Hey. Alden Smith parties?
No, I feel like
we'll say parties.
He never went.
Yeah, I had.
He never went.
What I would do is I would have mine at.
Got him.
So we would have July? Right before camp. I would always have something for 2 or 3 years. I would have something in my house.
Nice house.
And they would come out and whatnot, and it was a great time, man. Cause we had a chance to just bond, man. People from come all over. We had the taco trucks, and it was a special time. And then when we was like started winning, and we in January when we had that, we ended up getting a bye a couple of times. And my birthday was the 25th, and so we would have like that whatever that little window was in there where we could have another little gathering. And so we had some good times.
We all did, and everybody from Cowboy, Justin Smith. Everyone on the team, Joe Staley, we all in the area just vibing, eating food, having a good time. And I think that's what made us so good. Like after games, it was just like, what we doing? Yeah. We all knew we was going to be together. It was just like a close group, man.
If you're trying to find a party, you're hitting up Delanie. So Delanie, what were these parties were like that?
And it was the same way at the Titans too.
Like top tier.
If you ever wanted to get into something on the weekend, it's like, hey, what's Delanie doing?
Yeah,
follow him.
I learned it from being with the Niners. The parties we throw was top tier. At his house would be crazy. At Ray McDonald house would be like lit.
Yeah, we're good crazy of mine.
It was good.
We're good crazy of mine. At them other one they talking about that.
That's the one you fall back. You guys have fun.
My man. I would be there, but you come for a little bit, and you knew like, all right, after an hour or so, I was like, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Like, don't mess around and be too much fun or whatnot. But it was awesome.
Patrick used to have his alcohol at the top. He used to check that shit. We be drinking.
He'd be like the dad that puts the Sharpie on the bottle, go out of town for a little bit, come back, be like, it's the same.
It wasn't just any bottle of alcohol.
Expensive.
It was a bottle that I got for my birthday. A friend lady of mine had got it for my birthday, and it was the Louis, but it was like the big bottle.
It was like
it cost some money. So I was like, man, I'm gonna wait until we win a Super Bowl or something, and that's when I'm gonna drink it. Man, after that, it was 2000. I don't know if it was the year that we went to the Super Bowl or when it was, but I just know I had the party at my house. I come in there and I see this rookie, the fullback, drinking it. Have the bottle in his hand, and I see him drinking out the bottle, and I see just a little bit left, and right away my chest started going. I was like, what the hell? And he looked, that look you just got right there.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, God,
that's
man.
how he looked. That's how he looked at me as I was looking at him. And then all of a sudden I saw him look at Cowboy, Justin, and he was like, he told me it was okay. And Cowboy, ain't nothing but some alcohol. Like, you can get you another bottle. I'm like, no, that's not the point. And then it's Justin too, so you're like, all right, man.
Yeah.
So wait,
bro.
So did you make Cowboy or this young cat get you a new bottle and make sure you had the mic just a little bit higher?
No, I didn't.
Cowboy would have got him one.
See,
I let it slide.
You sound like a really solid leader teammate type of guy. Delanie make everybody pay for that. He's
Hey,
like,
but
hey.
I swear to God, Cowboy would have brought him one if he would have said anything. Cowboy would have brought, because when he set Joe Staley furniture on fire, he brought Joe Staley.
Hold on, hey, let's take a quick pin. What happened?
Cowboy, aka Justin Smith,
AKA Justin
And also-
set Joe Staley's furniture on fire.
Delaney,
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're on this podcast because you can tell Pat's like, all right, yeah, I'll do some media this week. Go bowling, it's a great cause. Comes in, great guys, good teammates. Good. I bring up the cell tower. You're like, we had a great squad. And you're like, he set somebody's house on fire. So let's get back to that.
So like I said, it depends on who house was hosting the party. Usually it was the dudes with the most money, Joe Staley, Patrick Willis, Raymond. They got big houses. So Joe Staley throw a party. Justin Smith literally just get to the team like a week or 2 weeks. He gets to the team. And we had Joe Staley house. He got like a bonfire thing in the middle. And if y'all ever seen Justin Smith with a few natties, he's scary.
Yeah.
He can be an aggressive type.
He can be an aggressive, like
Where you get a little
gotta
uncomfortable.
You got to either fight or wrestle. It's either or.
Yeah. That's big guy mentality.
That's big guy mentality.
Yeah,
So
that's big guy mentality.
He goes, after, I'm gonna just tell the story. So Joe Staley and him had a little argument. He headbutts Joe Staley, breaks his nose.
That's why his nose
That's
keep
why,
bleeding all the time. Like every time you
breaks-
see Joe with that,
Yeah, he's got that little split right there.
Cowboy
Yeah.
did that. Headbutts him, breaks his nose. I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I went in the house and then I came back out, and Justin Smith was throwing his furniture in the fire.
So Justin Smith headbutts Joe Staley.
At
Yes.
Joe Staley's
At
house.
his
Joe
house.
Staley's having
Yeah.
a bonfire. Justin Smith, brand new to the team.
But also Delaney goes, this is a good time for me to go get into the ring.
I don't, because for some reason Cowboy like to pick on me, bro. Anything I have, he want to mess with me. My chain, my earring. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna shoot you, bro. I know I can't beat you up. I know that. I done seen you whoop so many dudes that I was like, maybe we'll have a problem, and you whooped them. So I'm like,
Justin Smith, kind of the first guy you hear in Delaney be a little scared of.
Oh, Justin Smith
but hey, it's
scared
also
me
it's also
sometimes.
going into the way like when I got to the Titans, you see Delaney the way he talked to younger cats. Like I'll know your name when you make the roster.
Yeah.
Justin Smith.
Justin Smith.
Yeah, Justin Smith
Justin Smith.
made that all happen.
So
you
then-
sound like a sweet boy, and Justin Smith ruined you.
No, Justin Smith is the nicest dude until he drinks. So after all this happened, he burns Joe Staley furniture. I think he even pushed him through a fence, right?
How did it go? No, how did he get to that? Did you ever do some reconnaissance work where you're like, hey, by the way, how did they get to the point where they burnt his furniture?
Well, he said, so I come on and I tell Justin, I said, damn, man, why you do Joe like that? He said, cuz you walk up to the biggest person and you beat him up when you knew on the team.
Prison rules.
That's what he told me. He said, so Joe Staley, the biggest person on the team, I beat him up.
Now, Pat, are you there? Are you at this party?
No, I'm not at this party. But speaking of what Justin, so the first time I meet Justin Smith, the first day we sign him, that night he's at Sino. So I heard he's at Sino, and I'm standing down on Santana Road at the time. It's kind of like a Rodeo Drive, so there's buildings on top, like apartments and stuff. I walked down to meet him, trying to be it's my second year. So I just want to go in and, hey man, what's happening? I'm Patrick. Hey, I'm one of the team. One of the team.
Yeah, we're boys now.
Man, I walk up to him. I walk up to him to shake his hand, and he don't shake my hand. He looks at me. You can tell I had a couple of them. He looks at me. He goes, I said, hey, I'm Patrick. He kind of like he was just like, oh. Hey, I'm sorry, I just slapped him. Right? but that's how it was, and he did it. And he did it twice. And then after the second time, I said to myself in my head, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to tell him he gonna have to stop hitting me. He hit me one more time like that, we're gonna have to fight. And we just getting to know each other. But come to find out, I asked him, I said, hey man, not that they was like later on. I said, hey, why would you slapping me like that? He was like, oh, I had to see if he was tough or not.
I promise you,
Really?
bro.
Yeah, he said.
Where is he from?
That's what he said.
Missouri.
Russia? Like Dagestan? Is he like Khabib's like original?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
He a
dude.
Missouri dude. He was one of those dudes.
That's what they call it. That's what they call it. The show me stick. Yeah, you got to show me you're tough.
He was one of those dudes. I ain't gonna lie. When I met him, I said, okay, he is football. Smoke cigarettes, drink beer, and can play in the game every day. He will smoke packs of cigarettes.
So why did he end up burning Joe Staley's furniture?
Yeah, that
I
was
think already accomplished
that
that.
out.
Beat up
I
the
think
big
he
guy.
just got to the point where he broke Joe Staley's nose and then he threw him through the fence or something. Joe, you can tell us, did he push you through the fence or did you fall through the fence? Something happened. Joe fell through the fence, and like I said, Justin gets to the point where he's blacked out. I don't think he knows what he's doing. So then he just start throwing his furniture in the fire and set it on. But then the next day he brought him all new furniture. He had it delivered to his house.
Yeah, Jesus.
Should we try to call Joe Staley right now?
Yeah, ask him how that story. Ask him why he did that. Ask him why.
I hope
he
this is
did
the
that.
same number.
Man, Justin got a son now too. That's a thoroughbred. He taller than.
Well, Justin is
about
a
like Taylor.
monster, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, he taller than Justin. He only 11th grade.
What?
Yeah, and like one of the high prospects, DN high prospects
Wow.
for Apopka.
Wow.
Yeah, in Florida. Like he looks like a young.
You know he's
Justin.
telling his boy too, like you find the biggest sumbitch on the team.
Yeah.
He used to say, hey,
Yo.
he would always say too. We used to joke with him because it's one of the things that amazes me today is like I don't have any kids of my own, but a lot of the guys when we was playing they had like little ones. Now they're not little so more. Now a lot of them like man they either taller than I am, and so I remember when Justin was young. I mean when Justin's kids were being born, especially his first one, we'd always be like, Justin, you gonna raise your kids in California? He's like, I ain't raising my kids in no damn California. Like, it's too soft out here. I'm taking them back to the South. I'm taking them back to the Midwest. And he literally did that, man. He built a big old mansion in Missouri. And when he retired, he took them back to Missouri.
You guys keep up with him? Yes.
I do, yeah. I just talked to him. Yeah, I just talked to him, last week it was?
He would.
Some dudes just got that mentality. I remember like Trent Murphy and then our kicker, it was Dustin Hopkins. They were like playing in the locker room, or Dustin was kind of playing with them or messing with them to where they were wrestling a little bit. And I was watching it, and Trent got this look in his eye to where he started like choking him or doing something, and it kind of got a little. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I just remember asking Trent, like, "Hey, what was that all about?" And he's like, "As serious as possible." He's like, "It's a food chain in here." I was like, bro.
Hey,
that's cold.
That comment goes so hard.
That goes so hard.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna lie.
And I'm
It's a
thinking in my
food
head,
chain
I'm
in
like,
here is something I wish I was 10 years younger right now.
Yeah, and I'm
say
thinking
that.
Dustin, he's just the nicest dude. He's the kicker. He's just having some fun. I'm like, but hey, all right, big dog.
I'm gonna be
Trent was
honest.
one of my boys too. I made sure to keep him close.
I'll be honest. If you play with Cowboy, he would have tried you.
Yeah.
you was the dude on the team, the big guy. They would have tried. He
Bro,
would've
you
done
would
it.
have broke your nose and shit.
Sounds like I dodged a bullet. Yeah.
You would have known.
Because hey, for real though, his mindset of like the prison, you got to find the biggest guy, fight him immediately. Like I had that thought process at Michigan, and then my first day at OTAs, like Kevin Kugler, he was getting all crazy. So I was like, I got to fight this guy in practice today, so people know like I'm for real. And I fought him, but it sounds like this dude would have beat my ass.
Because Carl Kluge was the
His
fighter.
nickname was Cowboy.
Yeah, Kevin Carl. Sorry, yeah,
Kevin was a fighter.
Yes.
Carl,
Iowa kid.
Yeah, a fight every day.
Every
at
day he would
practice.
just try to fight at practice, and they were like the first day he like got in a fight, and no one really did anything about it. And then he like shoved me after. He's like, "You do that again, something." I'm like, "Next play, dude." And the next play, like he was a 3 technique. I went to cut him off, and I grabbed his face mask, like brought him down.
You did.
Yes. And I'm like, And I wish to God the coach pulled me in the office. He's like, well, "Why would you do that?" I go, "It's a food chain out here, man." I wish I could have.
Dude,
I wish I had that
Trent
type of
had me
savvy.
one time. He made me delete a photo or a video off my phone because he was wrestling again, like in it might have been with Houston Bates. They were wrestling in the weight room, and I caught him in like a little gay position. So I was like, laughing. You know me, I'm just being me. I'm like, I record it or I take a photo or something like that, and Trent like corners me. He's like, "Hey, you got to delete that photo," and I was like, "Are you being serious right now?" Because Trent and I were like, we're boys. We joke all the time in meetings, all this stuff. He was just saying he must have just been in a mood, but he was like, you're gonna delete that photo. And he's like standing over me. He goes, I was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna, like, I'm just messing around." And he goes, he walks to the door. He shuts the door because I'm in like we're in the training room, and I think I'm in one of the trainer's offices. And he shuts the door and locks it, and he's like, "You got a minute to delete that photo." And I was like, "Hey."
Because you always talk about Trent being like your boy, and he's
Trent's
really,
my boy, bro. I mean, he like he
he's the
spoke
man.
at my wedding.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
like said a little prayer at the wedding. But yeah, Trent is he's my bro. But he like comes
That's some
over
Viking stuff.
Yeah. And Trent, you know how big he is. He's also the runt of his family. There's like six or 7.
Big
Arizona
big
kid.
ones, dude. And he's
Big
like
ones.
the runt. And he locks the door. He's like, you got a minute to delete that photo. And I like pulled it out. I was like, here you go, delete. I was like, I deleted it. And I set the phone back on the desk, and he's like, go to your deleted album. And I was like, hey, listen, man, I'm not trying to delete it. We was good, after that.
The fact that you guys made it out of that and you invited him to the wedding.
Yeah, bro. Like, we ended up talking, like, you know, apologizing to each other, like having a vulnerable moment with each other.
Yeah.
But I remember he had the fear of God in me when he like slowly shut the door, locked in. He's like, you got 60 seconds to delete that photo. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, he can be tense sometimes. Yeah,
hey, that is
D lineman. Some with them D linemen, them big white D linemen, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that it ain't many. It's not many of white D linemen. Yeah, like
no,
they're
just psychos.
Yeah, I'm like,
they kind of have to have something wrong.
And it's the white guys in general.
Yeah. Did you play with you said Michigan? You played at Michigan?
Yeah.
Did you play with the left tackle that was drafted to Miami? In 2007.
No, that's my hero. Though. You talking about Jake Long?
Jake Long.
Yeah.
I always wonder what happened. Well, yeah, he was. I think we was in the same draft.
Yeah, 2008 was.
He
was 8. You were 7.
Yeah, I was 7.
Gotcha. Yeah, he was the first overall in 8. And dude, he's like the reason why I went to Michigan, because I was in Arizona and I transferred schools my senior year because this kid was like the number 60 end, and they're like, hey, you should play offensive line. You kind of have that build where you can like really grow into it. And my dad's from the Midwest. He's from Minnesota. He's like, hey, there's this cat who's a left tackle at Michigan. He wears number 77. He's going to be the first overall pick next year. Like, you should wear 77. That's a badass number. I'm like, yeah, okay. And literally just watching him. Dude, he came in the league. He was all pro his first year.
Yeah.
4 Pro Bowls in a row. And then just injury after injury kind of just took him out. But that's my goat, bro.
When you just said that, it just made me think about it. I was like, man, I wonder what ever happened. Because we had the same agent and whatnot. And he was super, super cool guy. We hung out a couple of times in Vegas. Like, his money was different.
I heard some stories about him in Vegas. Like, he would go to the table. I don't want to put him on blast. But
that's why I was not going to say much.
He would play and he would lose whatever, and he'd be like, whatever, and walk away. And just being at the tables in general, we've all been there. Like, you lose $1, you're like, how the fuck do I get that $1 back?
Man,
that's you gotta remember, he was at a time where when you got drafted overall, they gave you $35 million.
Bro, he got $64 million.
Before that CBA.
Before you even start. Before you even touch the field, $64 million.
I got offered by Utah State going into my senior year, and I'm like, that was when I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go to the league. Like, my path is clear in my head. And then I see him sign that, I'm like, oh my God. In my brain, I'm the first overall pick. This is gonna be what's gonna be then? And then like 2011, the new CBA, it's like first overall pick gets 15. It's like, it's not 65, but okay, yeah. But now the money's back.
You were
to being
drafted
crazy.
8?
2007.
Yeah. Well,
what overall?
11.
11 overall. What was your?
Same.
Let's
go, man.
Hey, he was pre CBA though.
Yeah,
trust me, I understand the breadth.
What was your guarantees?
Man, you look back on it now, I can see why them old heads used to say what they would say when they would come around us. They'd be like, You youngsters, y'all making that kind of money. If I made that kind of money when I was playing, I didn't know you young. But I'm like, all right, man, y'all just you respect them, but
yeah.
Now I say the same thing. I'm like, man, when I signed, I think it was my signing bonus was like $5-6 million, and it was like 11. I think it was like 11 something overall, like, or maybe 12 million, like total contract. But man, I look back on life now, and I'm like,
what they getting?
Yeah, that. But then I just think about like how yes, it was a lot of money, but I almost feel like it wasn't really any money when you start like
taxes and everything.
Yeah, you start breaking it all down. Breaking it all down, and so you start
because the top backers now are getting what between like 15 and 20 on the inside.
Yeah. So when they started talking a little bit, they was like, man, I think look at you, man, like you could come back. And first of all, as I said, I'm like, man, I ain't have the same teammates. My body has been long past that, but at the same time, I'm like, boy, if I could somehow get some important juice and somehow like get myself like perfect, I'm like, man, you tell a 2-year deal, like
you good,
man. I was like, shit,
yeah, exactly.
But then at the same time, I'm like, nah.
It's crazy though, because every generation, like if you're able to get paid in the league, everyone's like, hey, congratulations, all this. But then you get 5 years removed, and it's like, middle of the pack guys are making what used to be like holy shit money.
Yeah,
man.
That's called inflation, boys.
Yeah.
That's just what happens.
I feel like that happened to me right after I signed my extension. Man, I was the highest paid at the moment, and then the next year I think Sean Lee, the Cowboys, either Sean Lee, I think it was.
A beast.
Yeah, he ended up crushing the deal or whatnot the following year, and I'm like, well, that's that's how it
got
goes.
to enjoy it for that 6 month
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
You're
That's-
right to March.
yeah,
That's
how
why
it
you never
goes.
want to be the first one though to get a new deal, because
Right. If you get it early in the cycle,
yeah,
that's when people start jumping. Like this past year with like Myles Garrett and Crosby and all these defensive ends, like everybody wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league, and they get it. 3 months later, someone get 500,000 more, then 500,000 more. It's all this little game, but like, hey, you were the top for 7 days. Like you were the top cat, dude. I mean, obviously making a lot of money in the league is awesome, but you were doing all right at Ole Miss, weren't you?
Heck,
Oh, we're not boys. I thought we were having fun.
Oh, you know who his coach was too?
Who?
Coach O.
No, Coach O was.
Yeah, my last 2 years, my
Hey,
junior
so
senior.
can I, before you lie to me? Hey, we had Coach O, and he had a quote. It's like, it's not, we used to just go in the back door. Now we get to go in the front door when he was talking about NIL. So it's out there. He didn't bring your name up, but I know that SEC.
No, I didn't get that. I didn't get nothing. Like, a matter of fact, I got suspended for $40 and a meal after my
No way.
yeah, $40 and a meal, because somehow it got out one night that I had it was at our bowl game my freshman year, Eli. It was like the Cotton Bowl. Man, we had a successful year. It was fun. So I just thought, like, man, just a little simple dinner, and next thing you know, I get called into the office next in the spring, and they tell me they heard that I done took a meal and a little bit of money. I'm like, man, it's about $80. Like, and so when I say, like, man, guys were getting paid like money, I would just have my stifling, and maybe every blue moon you might get a handshake of, $200 or something. But man, I heard about what some other guys allegedly got, and I'm like, shit, man, what did y'all know that I didn't know? Like, how are y'all getting money, dude? How are y'all getting money like
Yeah,
that?
they had Pat right where they needed him.
I'll talk to SEC guys in the league, and they'd be like, I remember I was talking to like a coach, and I was like, they were like, how much did you ever get? And I was like, dude, the most I ever got was I got a sandwich and French fries at the Brown Jug, and I went to go pay the bill. Like, it's all good. And I thought, this is living. Hey, I'm living right now. But then the SC guys are like, you just didn't ask the right people. Like, you didn't make enough of a fuss about it. Because I just thought, like, we had Denard Robinson, we had a bunch of like high caliber college football players, but no one had like a nice car or nothing. But you look at like LSU and these other schools, guys have like Camaros and these nice things, and it's like, is somebody gonna like tell me? Like, am I gonna get in the Illuminati? Like, how does this work? Never saw a dime, man.
They said that Ole Miss, was it Junkins? I think it was Junkins at the time when he was at Ole Miss. But one of them was driving like a Bentley, like it was driving like a Bentley or something, like a real nice vehicle or whatnot on campus. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I remember the closest I saw something like that was my rookie year. Was some of the seniors. One of the guys' dad was a politician, and so he had this Range Rover. But next thing you know, he went from having 22s to having 24s. Mm-hmm. Another cat that was a running back, he ended up went from 22s to 26s, and they had like these really nice vehicles. And so right away, everybody's kind of like, yeah, those are ones getting taken care of. But no, I didn't get lucky like that.
Really?
Which probably was a good thing, because I think about it now, and one of the things I think about a lot is how the young guys are getting all that money now. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, unless they are absolutely just beyond me, way smarter than I am, I say, boy, if we can get into the league and get money then, and we don't experience the downfalls or the until after it's gone, I can only imagine what these cats now that are young, making this at 18, getting this kind of money, and then at 22, if you didn't do it right, man, it's gonna be a shell shock.
You make a good point too, because it's like the whole, whether it was 30 for 30 or whatever it is, like 70 to 80% of guys go broke within 5 years of playing.
Yeah, and
we're talking about grown men, adults, guys with families. It's like, yeah, you could put some of this money in the hands of even younger cats in college, like.
Man, it's not even guys in college too, because like these 5-4-star recruits that are juniors in high school,
they're
getting deals.
Yeah, they're getting deals. They have NIL, so they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars allegedly. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah,
like at 16 years old, which is just.
You just hope they got the right people in the corner.
And like Delanie knew me early in my career at the Titans, if I was getting paid money at Michigan, I would not be here today. It was.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do these cats not just go nuts? Because I firmly believe I would have been one of those dudes.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah, you're a
That's just
different.
statement.
You definitely a different person now. When I first met you, it was
fun.
You couldn't
We had
have
fun.
money already. If you had money already coming in, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
The parties would have been crazy.
you grew up in Tennessee, yeah?
Crazy, all right.
What when you started to like really come on from a high school standpoint? What were like your top 5 of schools you were looking at that you're probably going to go to?
Oh shit, man! You asked me a question that I wasn't even fortunate enough to have that kind of options.
Really? You were what, a 2-star?
Three
Three star?
Yeah, 3-star. And I was recruited as an athlete, so not even as a linebacker. So it was almost like you couldn't really like, all right, is he a linebacker? Because I had to learn how to play linebacker, like be a linebacker. Yeah, you play the position, but I had to learn how to be a linebacker, and it really I still didn't learn much until after I got to the NFL with Coach Singh. But I still had to say, growing up in Tennessee, man, UT Vols, like, so growing up I was born in 85, early 90s, you would always see like Tennessee Vols, Ohio State, Nebraska, they would always be on TV. And I used to just sit and I would watch it, and I'm like, man, if I can just get to one of those schools, like I know I can get to the next level. And so just as I began to grow, I went from like in Ohio State, Niles Dig, Andy Katzenberger, to now I'm like, man, we have a Tennessee Vols right here. Like, and if I can just play good enough ball, I can get up there. And here I am my junior year. And I went up there, my senior year now. We had a guy, my junior year, we had a guy who was being recruited running back. And so we went up there on an unofficial visit, and I was like, that was all the time. I was like, man, this is cool. If I can just get up here and get around this, I was just tagging along. My senior year, I'm out there busting my tail. Like, I'm running all over the field. I'm later on become the first person ever in history to be nominated for both offense and defense, Mr. Football, and 1A football in Tennessee.
Wow. No way.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
crazy.
playing both sides of the ball. And so here I am now. So that happens later, but during the middle of the season, I take 2 unofficial visits up to UT, the Vols. And my dad used to always tell me when I was young, he said, boy, a closed mouth don't get fed. He would just say that in general, like, you want something. So I'm up here, and I noticed the coaches, my second time, I noticed all the coaches are talking to everybody else, but nobody's coming over and saying anything to me. And I'm like, I just ran for 3 touchdowns. I just had 16 tackles, like interception, and I'm not even getting a conversation. So I asked the coach, Coach Barry at the time, I said, Coach, why's nobody not speaking to me? He says, truthfully, we're recruiting 2 other linebackers, and those 2 other linebackers were damn good linebackers, and they played 5A ball. I only played 1A ball, and so 5A is the biggest you can play at. And so they was recruiting Daniel Brooks and Ernie Sims. And
Ernie Sims was a dog.
You know what I'm saying? So both of them, but I felt like coming from where I come from, it's like you always had that underdog mentality where people was kind of like, you come from a small town, so they just look up on you. So in my mind, I'm thinking, listen, I don't care if they go to a 5A or not, just put us in a room and let's see who walks out.
Yeah,
that was my mindset.
Prison rules.
Food chain.
It always comes back to
So he tells me, so we not really interested in you, and we also don't know if you're going to make your ACT scores. So 4 of a 5-hour drive home, 3 of those hours I cried. I was like, man, I've been told I'm not wanted. Like, how could I be balling out like this? And they not interested. And my foster dad said, why don't you wipe up those tears and go play at a school that plays against them? And at that moment, I was like, yeah, I said, I can do that. But then the only thing was, and then right at the same moment, I was like, but wait, ain't nobody really recruiting me. Nobody's recruiting me that plays against them other than Memphis Tigers and MTSU, because they would play them as pickup games. And I was like, well, maybe I can go there, and we play them as a pickup game. When they pick to play us as a pickup game, I said, maybe I can show them then. That's what I was thinking. But then I ultimately said, I'm just going to control what I can control. I'm going to go back. I'm going to stay, focused in school, on the football field. And then out of nowhere, Ole Miss pops up. And coming from where I come from, man, anybody just, I don't want to say anybody, but just getting some love from a bigger school, people that showed that they were interested and that they was willing to stand behind you, because I did. I done my schoolwork. I went to school, but man, it was something about taking those big old tests. I had a hard time taking them, and so I had to take it 5 times. But within me taking those 5 times, I remember the scout from Ole Miss, Coach Matt McIntyre. He said, regardless of what happens with this, he said, we're gonna stand behind you, even if you have to go to a JUCO, we'll be there for you when you get out. I didn't understand how recruiting and stuff. I just felt like, man, they really about me, and so I ended up getting my ACT score. And at the same time, the SEC had just changed the grading scale from an 18 to a 17 that year, and that's when I was like, man, it must be fate on my side. But went to Ole Miss, and if I had to do it all over again, I would go back to Ole Miss, man. That's how much I really enjoyed being at Ole Miss. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. And I knew the day that I was going to go to Ole Miss was on my official visit. We walking across, and they had this, what they call Walk of Champions. Mm-hmm. So something like they do at Tennessee. And we walk across that Walk of Champions, and my gosh, it was so much beauty there. It felt like the campus didn't feel like it was humongous. Like at UT, I walk across the campus, I'm like, I'm gonna be late. I'm like, how do you get from there way over there? So I go to Ole Miss, and everything is like boom, boom, boom. And you guys have heard this saying, when you know. I don't know if you guys ever had that in your moment. I mean, in your life, but I've had a couple moments where when you know. You knew. And I remember I walked across that campus, and I heard them say, "We love you, Eli. We love you, Mike." And man, as we were walking across, I'm like, man, this could be them saying this about me. and I remember I said, man, I'm coming to school here. And like I said, if I had to do it all over again, I would go back to Ole Miss. So I say all that to say I didn't really have that. I had NAIA schools, but no real big schools that were interested. And so maybe that was just more fuel for the fire.
When did you know that Division I football and a future in football was a possibility? Because you mentioned your foster dad. Obviously, like if anybody who caught your E60 back in the day kind of understands the upbringing that you had. Were you and how many siblings did you have?
It was 4 of us.
4 of you guys, and then you leave your dad's place to go to your foster dad and live with, that was your coach, right? Mm-hmm. Like, was that the transitional time to where you kind of knew this family was looking out for you to get out? Because you spoke very early in the episode where you talked about the fear of failure, the fear of like getting out. Was that kind of the transitional moment to where it's like, hey, I can be something more than where I'm at right now?
Yeah, I would say it was, I always kind of had something inside that was like, man, I want more than this. I think there's more. I always had my imagination was just big. Like growing up in the South, you guys know, being in Tennessee, like it's just nothing but woods. I wasn't around a city or whatnot, so it was just a town, and pretty much spent most of my time in the woods, playing, running, jumping ditches, and saying I'm Michael Irvin, I'm Emmitt Smith. I grew up a diehard Cowboys fan, and so that was pretty much me. But it was always something inside that I felt like, man, like I want to be special. Like I don't know if it was just watching like Columbo or Matlock, but they just seemed like they were special to me, or just those figures that you would watch on TV, be like, man, that's a cool guy. Like I can just be like,
you go to a movie as a kid, you come out, you're trying to be the main character for the next 3 days.
And so I had told myself, I was like, man, I just want to be special. And not only that, I also wanted to be a genius. I don't know if y'all remember that movie Powder, the guy that was super smart or whatnot and got struck by lightning. And was like, I thought so. As a kid, I just
sounds like there's an age gap here in the movies.
Hey, but if you check it out,
like, yeah, man. Well, I could just tell me and Will are like, yep, smile and laugh through this one, man.
No, so I say that to say like, so as I wanted to be special, whether it was an engineer, whether it was just, I didn't want to just be a guy that could play football and then not have any brains. And so again, just wanting to be special, and then also my situation growing up, single parent. My parents split when I was super young, but growing up mostly with my dad and my brother, and then just having the feeling like maybe it was object poverty or whatnot. You're looking outside and you see other people have other things. You don't have running water till you're 8 years old, and I just like, man, maybe if we just had more money, things would be better. And so I just remember being in the 6th grade. This was the moment. I was in the 6th grade, 6th and 8th grade. I was in the 6th grade, and I heard my teacher talking about retiring, and I was like, man, like you inside, you got the nice weather. My dad and they outside, they working, they logging. I was like, man, what can I do to where I can cut down the time to where I can, so what can I do in life that will be able to allow me to take care of my family and have a good life when I grow up? And I just remember thinking, I was like, man, as much as I like coming to school, this school stuff is hard, man. I don't know how they doing this one. I don't know how they this smart. And I was like, so I started doing process elimination. I said, but man, this sports things, I was like, I tend to be able to pick this up like pretty well, and I can figure it out, and so I was like, so I gave myself 2 options that day. I said, if I do it right, I can play. If I do it right, I can become this professional athlete, and I can save my money, and then by the time I'm 30, I'll be able to retire, and I still have life to live. I was like, because I didn't understand how you be 60 or 70 and you retire then. Mm-hmm. I'm like, ain't you about to die? I'm like,
hey, that's so real though. Right. It's like you work forever, and then all of a sudden it's like, what do I have next? Like 5 years, maybe.
Yeah. As a kid, it just wasn't adding up. It took my imagination was always. I was like, man, something just ain't right. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give everything I have in this first one, and if I fall short, I said, man, I know how to get it. I go get me a job, and I said, and I will work it as hard as I can, and to be the very best I could be as if I was a football player. And guess when I'm 60 or 70, I'll be able to retire and get me a John boat and fish the Tennessee River. I was like, but if I do it right, man, I'm gonna be able to get me a nice boat, and then by 30, and so I fast forward at 29, I was able to retire. Had more money than I could, think of. I went and bought me a boat. I fished a little while, and then real life jumps on you. So all that to say, like, man, it was just moments in time where you just feel like you wanted to be something special and you wanted more, and it was like, what do I need to do? What can I do to do that? And the one last thing was 8th grade year. My guidance counselor, she's, you had to pick the curriculums. Are you gonna go university, dual, or vocational? And I remember everybody raised their hand. It was only in my class I graduated with 42 people was my senior year. My school was K through 12. And so I had a small
K through 12.
K through 12, yeah. All one building.
I'm just thinking about the way Pat lived his life, man. He was living like 1947. Still using like gas lanterns and stuff like that, walking around.
It felt like that, like where you look around, like I said, everybody else would have like central heat, but we still, like I said, I didn't have running water until I was 8, so we didn't have like running water at times, and so. I'm in 8th grade. We doing having to pick the curriculums or whatnot, and I never forget. She asked all 40 of us, and it's only in the class of 40. It was only like 5 black kids in my grade, and I noticed when she asked about vocational, all of them raised their hand. All but me raised my hand because I want to look. I want to see like, all right, like who's gonna pick what? What's the best one? Because I wasn't privy to. I always knew about being a hard worker and those things, but I didn't know these different paths you could take. I saw her to say something about dual. Then all of a sudden I saw university, and I saw most of the white kids, all of them raised their hand, and I was like, wait a minute, I want to go to college too. Like I want to be able to go, get an education and be smart. And so I asked the teacher, I said, excuse me, can you explain each one of these to me again? And then she just asked me, she said, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, well, first I had 2 answers. But she didn't give me a chance to say a second one. I said, well, first, I want to be a professional athlete. And I said, first, I want to be a professional athlete, play in and before I can get that out, she was like, well, less than 1% makes it. And at the point, and at that time, I felt like she was kind of, squashing, trying to squash.
Say you got no shot.
Yeah, but kind of trying to say,
your dream that you're having.
But now that I'm older, I understand these statistics. I understand like how significant like less than 1% like you got to be in to like achieve that, and especially looking back now on like the path. But I sat in front of the whole class, and when she said that, she didn't give me a chance to even say, well, second, if that doesn't work, then I'll just be a firefighter or a police person, and I'm gonna give everything I have. And so when she says that, I say in front of the whole classroom, I said, because my dad, I had to say it right, because my dad, I grew up with a dad that you got to be respectful to all your elders or whatnot, no matter what, right, wrong, and different. Like you don't talk back, you don't be smart mouth and all that kind of stuff. And I said, well, with all due respect, I guess I'll be in that less than 1%. I said it in front of all the little 40 we had. But I remember when I said that, how convicted I was when I said it, but how I knew I had to stand on it. And so from that point on, I already went harder with anything we did when we was young because it was just what it was. But from that moment on, everything I did was to take me to where I said I was going to go. So that's why when it came to the ACT, when they say like, we don't want you, I was like, man, but y'all don't understand. I have this vision. I saw this vision when I was younger, and there was another moment, but I won't bore y'all with those. But yeah,
oh, buddy, bore us.
No. This is
literally everything you're saying right now.
When you hit the bar, with all due respect,
incredible.
I'm sitting there feeling like I'm watching a goddamn movie.
Yeah. I'm thinking, what is the teacher? What's her reaction to that?
Yeah,
and that's all happening.
Or just gets quiet.
Yeah, some of the kids probably snicker in the back, like making it like, oh yeah, sure, buddy, whatever. There's always gonna be a doubter here and there, but
yeah,
that's the start of the movie.
How many people went to the NFL or from college went to a university from your school, high school? That you know of, before you or after you,
that went to
a university or made it to the NFL? Are you the only person that made it to the NFL from your high school?
Yeah, only person. But but I'd always hear before that. I would always hear there was one other guy one or two guys who had went and they made like the practice squad, but they was only there for like a moment. And I just remember saying like, man, like I'm gonna be that one. Like I'm gonna do it. And a lot of it had to. And a lot of it, I felt like too, like you carrying the weight of so many others who, I wasn't the most talented, I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the biggest. Like there was other guys that you saw then, you'd be like, yep, he's going.
Mm-hmm.
You look at me and be like, he goes hard, he tries hard, but
you talking about in high school?
Yeah, and how
just coming out of the draft, like,
NFL.
Development hit. Yeah. But he used to see you in pads, you'd be like, Jesus Christ.
No, but even
playing the same sport.
No, even the draft though, even coming out for the draft, man, they had. I never forget they had talked bad about me. I call all the scribes and pundits. Yeah. They were saying like, oh, he's not an every down backer. You know, he can't play third down.
Can't play third down.
Yeah.
Who we got in the office?
Just so you know, the movie's over. He's won.
Yeah. Can't play third down.
I don't want to spoil this one for you, but he did pretty good.
And so they was saying that, and then at that time. You know, you had guys like Paul Pelesny, John Beeson. These are all. I mean, they're good players. But I remember like it was yesterday being at API, and I remember saying to myself after hearing like all of them say what they were saying. He's not this. He's not that. You know, we getting ready to start training. And I remember I said to myself, I said, when it's all said and done, I will be the first linebacker taken. And every single day I worked to be just that. Even to after the combine was over, a lot of guys like, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna go back to my hometown. I went right back to API and I kept on working. So when I went to my pro day, I knew I was like primed and ready. And when they called my name on draft day and I was the first linebacker taken, those were moments where I was like, man, I said I was going to do it, and I did it. So it was just moments like those, man.
We interrupt this interview to bring you Neutral. Neutral tastes great and tastes so much better than anything else that's out there. Neutral is made with real vodka and real juice. That's what makes it taste great. Neutral comes in a variety of flavors like pineapple, orange, black cherry, the new flavors peach and blueberry. Perfect for social occasions and is a crowd pleaser, especially during spring vacation and college basketball or holidays like St. Patty's Day or Mardi Gras. Whether you're at a bar watching the game, at a St. Patrick's Day party, or live at the stadium, it is the perfect time of year to grab a 12-pack of Neutral for the game or grab a bucket deal in your favorite bar as you root on your favorite team. And again, these bucket deals in the variety 12-pack, they have launched nationwide. It is the biggest pack yet. Neutral, keep it tasty. We are also brought to you by Form Energy. Form Energy delivers best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has natural caffeine derived from green tea, and Form comes in a variety of flavors like Screamin' Freedom, Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, Orange Fury, and perfect for those who put in the work. So if you put in a full day's work, wake up in the morning, get the workout in, full day of work, still gives it your all when you come home, you are a Form Energy guy. Form Energy, we do the work. Back to Patrick Willis. What kind of emotion goes through your body and your mind when your name does get called and all the shit that you went through? Like it had to be insane.
As as I wanted to be all like excited, it was more like, man, now it begins.
Right.
Now it begins because I didn't want to be one of those. I didn't want to be one of those guys that you get drafted and, you know, you don't do nothing, or you think getting drafted is just enough. I was like, nah, now we gotta go. So we gotta go make something happen. And when it's all said and done, I want to be, you know, I want to be a good linebacker. But the greatness part didn't come until after my rookie training. Well, my rookie training camp. The first day of practice. I've told the story before, but the first day of practice was one of the roughest days that I had up to that point. And I've grown up and had some tough times, maybe not the roughest, but it was a tough day to the point to where by the end of the day, I thought I was going to get cut. I was like, man, they finna cut me, man.
You talking about rookie minicamp?
Yeah, rookie
minicamp. That's 11th overall pick.
Isn't it crazy, like saying that, knowing like there was no shot you're gonna get cut?
And see, I didn't know that it wasn't a shot to not getting cut.
Dude, same. I literally, I'd be in OTAs my rookie year and be like, yeah, bad day, but like, I might not be here.
Yeah.
After it's like, when you like go talk to an older guy, like, hey, you think I'm good? They're like, you're an idiot.
I was
bro. You're a first round pick.
Delaney, hearing them sit there talking, Taylor back, same. I'm thinking, what are these guys talking about?
Bro. Hey, but it's so real because you're just.
But it's not real.
No, it is in your mind. You get drafted super high and you're like, what an amazing moment. But then you immediately go into this, and then there's all expectations, all the coaches. You go from what you're saying where Tennessee's like, we don't need you because we have these 5A guys, to now like only people want to talk to you because you're the first round pick. Then you go to the first practice and you're not good in the first practice. You kind of get thrown around a little bit and you're like, oh my God, they just think they made the worst investment ever and they need to get out of here as fast as possible. It's a different type of paranoia.
Because at this time too, rookie minicamp, some of us is there. The dudes that got to get better. Got to go show up to the rookie minicamp. So I will be. I was one of those guys. I had to show up because they like, yo, you second year guy.
Bodies.
Yeah, you second year guy. You ain't no starter. You know, we had Billy Bajima and then Vernon Davis still at tight end. So it's like, come on.
Hey,
show up.
So as a second year guy, bro, I had to do the second year mini camp shit too, bro. And I was tight, bro. But it was honestly one of the best things that could have happened for me, honestly. Yeah, because they focus on you. Like the coaching staff that's there, they're like, hey,
you know everything.
All they drafted was Trent Murphy, who's an outside pass rusher. So D coordinator, linebacker coach are like, hey, we ain't drafting him. So you get all the reps.
All the reps. So when camp do start, I'm on point.
On point.
I'm on point. I'm crisp.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just mind blowing to me that just knowing the career that I knew with you.
Yeah.
You're a cat that had to go to a second year rookie mini camp.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Delanie was like the only guy when I got to the Titans. Like your roster was solid when you guys got there. You had a good team.
Oh, buddy, their roster.
Yeah, you guys were dialed. I walked in.
We wasn't as dialed when you first came in.
It was a lot of veterans.
A lot of veterans.
A lot of veteran guys.
Yeah, we had Brian Young,
Brandon,
Larry Allen. Jonas Jennings, Chris Smiley. We had a gang of vets when we came in. I mean, we were surrounded by 8-year dudes, 9-year dudes. So
that's a point that like when I got to the Titans, like there was you and like Michael Roos.
Yeah.
And that was like there's your vets.
Was Big Country still there?
No, Big Country he retired the year before I got
before
there.
you got there. So yeah, it was only like three because Rob Baronis was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 3 of us. 3 like older dudes.
Bro, how about the defense that you got to play with? Like looking back, like you remember when they're breaking down. I remember watching on like whether it was Monday Night Football, you guys were playing a primetime game. They talked so highly how well, because I got to play for Tom Sula and Minuski in Washington. Minuski was our D coordinator and Tom Sula was our D line coach. Obviously, legends. And how they played to where, the edge, like you're setting the edge. So as a backer, you never, as Tom Sula said, you never get your cock to the sideline. You do that, you turn around and tell your linebacker, because you watch film as a front seven together. You tell the D lineman to turn around and say, look at Patrick Willis, look at Will, and just tell them, fuck you. Because you're giving up the edge. And now they got to look stupid trying to chase the sideline. But they would always talk about how you guys could stop the run with the 2-shell look. I mean, you had, you said the name earlier, Ray McDonald, Justin Smith, Alden Smith, Navarro Bowman, Deshaun Golson, Hittner.
Hitting there.
Chris Cully.
Chris Cully.
Yo, that defense was insane.
Insane. Rogers, Carlos Rogers.
Yes,
on the
bro.
other side. Oh my God.
I think the foundation of it though was built in those years that we were not winning.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't realize even though we were not winning, we didn't give up a 100-yard rusher. And in those 4 seasons, it wasn't until 2011 when Marshawn got 106 yards on us whatnot, and that's when we kind of lost that. Cause we somehow got the name Steamrollers because I don't know how honestly I don't even know where it came from, but that's how tight was. But we worked on it every single day, everything we did, from the fits and everything you said. We knew from if something got wide, we knew who didn't hold the point. If them double teams were not coming up, Justin, when he would come to the sideline, he'd be like, "You fuckers ain't moving, are you?" That's what you mean?
Sit behind him for too long. Yeah, bro.
Because sometimes depending on who you playing, man, you can shove. We playing against Chris Johnson, man. Playing against him, God,
you're not gonna go into a hole. Yeah, you gotta wait until he makes a decision.
Yeah, you gonna mess around and he'd be gone or whatnot. Yeah. So that's what I was saying earlier is that. To be able to come back now and just show up and be like, yeah, you might go out there and make a tackle and stuff, but it's nothing like playing with a group of guys who truly understand the fit and understand how significant it is to not just run around to say, oh, I'm just gonna do this for me, but really understand man, I'm gonna have to stick my neck in here and hold this double team or come off this edge and smack this guy so it doesn't get wide for our guys. And that's why I'll always have respect for. Man, especially those guys early on, Manny Lawson,
Brooks,
Ahmad, P-Town, RP, P-Town, just that whole defensive front. Because again, man, a lot of people don't talk about it, but we were stopping the run. So for 4 years, we didn't allow a 100-yard rusher, and we did that with a 7-man box.
7-man box. So when I've talked to you at times about the two guy in the 2-gap system, being so dialed, you being in it, you would sit there. Any coach I had, we never had front 7 meetings, true front 7 where you're kind of meeting multiple times a week. Under Minuski and Tom Sula was the only time where it's you have the defense sitting in there watching run fits and watching everything to where everybody understands everybody's job, to where if P. Willis is reloading a front or moving guys over, a lot of the times you don't even have to do that because the D line is so in tune with if they're in an ace pair trips look or if he's tanked or if he motions over, the D line knows, okay, I'm going to go from a tight 3 to I might go into a 2-eye, and it's literally just on the stripe. It's not like a loose 3 to go into a 2-eye. You're just moving one little step, and they have to get their hands on. They have to punch or hit that little drop step when they take on a power.
Man, what?
And the backers have to press a gap to get guys' eyes to come up. Yeah. So, hey, if he comes up, now you're clear to fall back. The edge has got to be set. But the entire operation was because, again, Minuski, Tom Sewell, those coaches that we had, which I know were with your staff.
Shout out to both of them.
You're sitting there watching as a defense together. And when somebody would fuck up, Tom Sewell, he was a massive jokester. He's awesome. He's an Italian guy. Got the chains, got the unbut and everything. Talk about you wanted to know a way to double your money. He'd pull out his money and then just fold it in half. He'd be like, now you put it in half and you just put it back in your pocket. That's how you double your money. Eat a hoagie, some pizza, beer. They'd be in the locker room after practice. You'd have a cold beer with them. Yeah. But you would watch everything as a defense together. And that was the only time where I felt as a defense, that was the only staff to where we did that and everybody kind of knew what everybody's job was.
Man, it made a difference. It brings
accountability, it sounds like.
It was nuts, man.
Yeah. Was it with those 4 years, things not going well, you're not allowing a 100-yard rusher, guys, when they would fuck up, was it very quick to people being like, that's on me? Because already I'm going to be exposed in this meeting before. Yeah. So guys are more quick to say, hey, I'll fix that.
Yeah,
for sure. In-game adjustment. Which obviously bred you guys go to the Super Bowl.
It felt like it breeded too, even after games, you'd have your few guys or you'd just be watching, you would D lineman, you just watch film together before you get into that defensive meeting to where guys kind of just already know what's happened. I mean, ours wasn't near as good as what their defense was, but to execute that defense with a light box, you obviously got to have horses, but everybody's got to be able to play at that second level of IQ, and that's everybody across the board.
And that's what I see in today's game where I feel like I see much more individual ball being played that you can see certain stuff. You're like, man, he got that run on you because Buddy is too wide. He need to squeeze down. Like, there's no need for him to be playing a true 3 when if you got like a pair wide, like over here. Like, why are you so far back here? Squeeze it. And which stuff we had calls. I don't want to say I'm on here, but we had calls. I'm sure you know what he calls the clip it.
Yeah.
I love that's the second time Pat's like thought the NFL was going to get him again. Hey, you're removed enough now.
The Niners got to play tomorrow and it's the same staff.
You know how it is, man. Yeah, he's about to play the Patriots. He got the door locked, everything.
Yeah.
That is so
But the 3 tech goes to like a 4-eye.
They know how to squeeze it down tighter because then now that helps. That helps me because if he's standing out wide or whatnot, and they do a stretch or a 26, what they call it. Now I'm gonna have to play the A gap that much wider. Where if he squeezes down takes a 3 and squeeze in a little bit more, now that kind of condenses how much more I need to get rocked back, but also how much I need to rock back, but also too, man, I seen it. Like, I'm not a fan of 4-3s. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand. When I was in college, I played in a 4-3, but when I got to the league, and this was part of like that first day of training camp that had me frustrated. I wasn't familiar with a 3-4 defense, and I was like, man, these suckers gonna draft me. So I had 12 visits, and San Fran was not one of them. But I did have him in the Senior Bowl that week, and that was a brutal week, man. Me and Coach Singletary. But I said, they're gonna draft me. They gonna put me in the middle, like, and it's not even a true middle. I'm like, I'm on the right, I'm on one side. I'm used to being right in the middle where I can go left, right.
Yeah.
I said, they gonna draft me and put me on one side. I was like, man, they must not want me to be successful. This was going in my head. I'm like, and it's a 3-4. You would think they would, put you on the outside or something and whatnot. And I never forget, man, that night meeting, Minuski walks in. Coach Singh asks, he said, so how's everybody feeling? And I took it as personal. I thought he was asking us personally, like, how you feeling? Like, how's everything going? Like, at home? Like, I thought it was personal. I didn't know he was talking about how we feeling from today's practice. This is, again, I'm just a rookie, so I'm still trying to learn the dialogue. So I'm like, nobody raised their hands. I'm like, and Coach looks at me. I notice he looks at me kind of like, why are you raising your hand? You a rookie. Like, what are you raising your hand for?
Hey, this Minuski?
No, at Singletary.
Okay.
But then as soon as I raised my hand, Minuski walks in, and I'm like, oh man, this is fate. I'm like, now I get a chance to. Coach Singh just asked us how we feeling. Minuski just walks in. I'm like, I finally get to say everything I have wanted to ask. I wanted to say. I've been frustrated for the day. They had me in the middle. Like, Coach Singh cussed me out. I said, why y'all draft me?
No way.
I swear it's a true story, man.
Is this rookie minicamp? Or
this is rookie. This is training
day
camp,
one.
But day one.
Training camp day one.
Training
The
camp
whole
day one.
team's in there.
No, just our line. This is just our linebackers
Yeah.
in there. But Minuski was walking through to go upstairs, and he just decided to walk into the middle line to the middle linebacker because the outside was with Tarver and whatnot. So it was just all middle. And I said, why y'all draft me? So when I said, why you draft me, I felt somebody doing this right here to my chair, but I thought they was like, man, like, okay, like, keep going like that. But I come to realize he was trying to get me to shut up. But so I was like, why y'all draft me? Why y'all draft me and y'all put me in the middle? I was like, I thought y'all would draft me to be a playmaker. Y'all draft me because y'all need someone to make plays for you. I said, y'all draft me and y'all put me in the middle. And Minuski just looking at me, he was like, I can only imagine what was going through his head, but he was just looking at me as if like, is he really asking? Is he really having this conversation? Is he really talking like this right now? And he says, well, but as I'm looking at Minuski, I also look at Singletary. It's like, you got that peripheral vision. He's looking at him, but you see, and I see Coach Singh as I'm saying this, like asking these questions. I see Coach Singh take his glasses off. And he sets them on the table like that. I'm like, oh man, he might be really feeling me. Like I'm like, mind you, not having took a visit or nothing here. So I'm like, I
found I really just changed his name.
Man, I saw him take those glasses off like that, and I still feel this right here, right? Man, Singh gets up and walks out of the room, and when he gets up and walk out of the room, I swear, God, this is real stuff. He gets up and walk out of the room, and I'm thinking to myself like, that's very disrespectful. I thought you just asked a question And I'm answering it, and you just get up and you walk out of the room. And then Minutsky says, well, you know, Ray played in 3-4, and he was an All-Pro, and then he started naming off these guys. I was like, yeah, but I thought Ray played in a 4-3 when he was doing all that, you know, wrecking havoc and whatnot. And I was just going back and forth with Minutsky and whatnot about. He was like, well, Junior Seau, and I was like, and then finally he said, fuck, Pat. I don't know, just fucking play ball. Like that. And I said, when he said that, I feel like I heard my dad say, you know, it don't matter, just get it done. You know, like that. And I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm here, and shit, I know how to go. I know how to go get it done. Like, you know, and so that was so. Minutsky walked out of the room. As Minutsky walked out of the room, Singletary still outside. Hannibal Navies, Brandon Moore, all of them started laughing and going crazy. They was like, boy, you so crazy, man. Like, I was looking at them like, what you mean? I was like, for real? Like, then he was like, man, what made you say all of that? I'm like, he asked, how we doing? How we feeling? He was like, Brandon Moore said, fool. He was talking about like how practice went. I was like, well, why did he say how practice? Why did he mention practices? You know? Like, it was going through my head. And so I'm going to shorten down the story. They leave. Coach Singh walks back in. He kicks me. Coach Singh walks back in. He tells me, Pat, get out. I'm like, holy fuck, man. Like, my first day of training camp. Now I'm outside in the hall, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll go to the bathroom. You know, how the old room was set up. Mm-hmm. I was like, maybe I just go to the bathroom because I don't want people to see me just standing out here in the hallway. Well, they gonna think I'm a rookie. They gonna think I'm that kind of rookie where I'm like, man, this guy already skipping meetings and all this stuff. But so I'm standing out there in the hallway. I was like, nah, I better stay here in case he called me. Next thing you know, the offensive lineman walked through, and I see him looking at me, kind of like, what you doing, you know, out here? But I'm thinking they think in their head like, man, he's just being one of those guys. He gonna be gone. He's already getting cussed out at practice. And they don't mind you now. They don't know that I got kicked out of the room. Coach Singh let the other linebackers out. They come out, they all laughing at me. Coach Singh called me back in there. I never forget, man. He called me back in there. I'm sitting down in my chair. He's walking around. He know how to be walking around.
He walking around.
So I see him thinking and whatnot. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, what's going through his mind? And all of a sudden he says, Pat, I cannot believe you had the audacity, because he had this voice that carries like real deep, and I swear it sounded just like that. Like, Pat, I cannot believe you had the audacity to ask some kind of questions, son. You talk about being great. Greatness is earned. Nobody's going to give you greatness. Now, I don't know where you was going, and the whole time in my head, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, I don't know what it is about the bass in your voice right now, but it sounds like you. It's like you either want to fight or that you might be mad. It just, you know, I grew up with a dad that, you know, he only had to say something once. And so you can tell the tone of people's voices when they speak, like, you know, what they meaning. But the way he was talking like that, and I was like, man, he really sounds mad. And he said, but when he said greatness is earned, and you gotta, he said greatness is earned, you gotta put in the work every day. Nobody's gonna give it to you. Man, I never forget, I went home to my dorm, got on my knees. I said, God, I don't know what it's going to take. I said, but whatever I need, I said, just bless me to have it, and I'm going to give it everything I have. And when it's all said and done, I just want to be one of the best linebackers ever have played this game. And I promise you, God, I woke up the next morning, and something was different. I remember I went out there underneath them tarps. And mind you, now they boys be laughing at us because our individual drills be so hard. Like, everybody else going through their individual, and our individual drills be, when you finish, man, your legs shaking. Like, you finna have to go to one-on-one and cover guys like this here. Your legs are like this right here, all because Coach Singh like, we're gonna walk. And so when I tell you, like, my stance and everything was really built from every day we worked just like that, to the point where it was like a joke. Everybody, yep, they finna get killed today. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I went out there and everything was just different, man. I was underneath the chute. He was coming underneath there to try to knock my feet, you know, loose and all that kind of stuff. I was punching I was trying to break his wrist. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, he gonna know today, like, I'm here and I'm not going nowhere. And so, yeah, man, it was I don't know how I even went on that tangent, but
I forget too, but I love listening.
Yeah. But it was just after that day, after that night, I didn't look back, and here we are. Well, it's crazy to think I've been retired now. Would it be 11 years? this
Yo,
year.
that is nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you play how long? 7?
8.
8 years?
Well, it was like 7.6.
7.6.
Hey, 7.6. How'd you get the 0.6?
Because I played 6.5 games, 7 games, and they give you, like, I think you get credited after something like that, and so that's why I'm like that. Like, if you ask me how tall I am, I won't say I'm 6'2". I say I'm 6'1" and 72 inches. Like I just say I'm 6'1". Like I'm not one of the ones that just inflate. So. Yeah,
me neither.
It says I had 8, but so.
Well, so when you retired, it had to do with your feet.
Yeah, that was
because when you retired, I'm like, again as a backer, it's kind of like a superhero's gone.
Yeah. That was a straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, I had so many injuries like through like from surgeries, and you all know like it's not just when you have the surgery, it's now you got to get back to where you were. You got to get back to just being healthy, and then you got to work to get better. Because my mindset was always like, man, I got to be better today than I was yesterday. So I could feel it like after every surgery, you could feel like, man, like you would tell yourself, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna be better than I was, but I was beginning to realize how much energy, how much force it takes to like really like be that and do that. Because like I said, you couldn't stay the same because you have youngsters breathing on your neck.
Yeah,
you got other people. Like,
y'all had like Chris Borland. When he was
bro, he
came
had
in.
What did he play? 2 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. I remember it was either
because he had like
Bowman.
140 tackles his rookie. It was
You
crazy.
were hurt or Bowman was hurt. So I
Bowman
just
was
remember
hurt.
watching film like whenever y'all played. I want to say it was maybe the Giants because he picked off Eli a couple times. But I remember because he was like he was a great backer in my draft class. So seeing him, I'm like, oh man, he's going into a room with Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman. And then when Bowman was hurt and he's filling in the play, it's like, yo, he's out there.
Oh no! So Bowman, so he actually filled in for me after I got injured. But Bowman was hurt. Bowman got hurt during that 2013, so he wasn't playing that season. But I thought that's what you meant. But yeah, he came in for me. But I was already at that point though to where I knew that I didn't have much longer to play because my feet was if I can give context, it was equivalent to like NASCAR. So you know you have a NASCAR, they go 30 laps or whatnot before they can change their tires. Well, my toes felt like I was just barely on treads. And when you grow up, you know, not having much, you know what treads can look like sometimes on your tires or whatnot. When it gets real thin, you like, my dad was, yep, but I get a new tire before this tire blew out or whatnot. Or you see the tire start poking through a little bit, and that's how I would equate it with, like, that's how my feet were. Like my body was my vehicle, and my feet were like my tires. And I was like, man, I would say it often, and I would say, I don't know how much longer I have to play this game. I would say it to my family. I would say it to my teammates, and I would say it for years. Like I was probably saying it after my third year. I was probably starting to like be more vocal about it because that's how bad it was hurting. It was to the point to where I had to put numbing cream on my toes, just on my big toes, just to go out and have walkthroughs. Like I used to dread walkthroughs. I was like, man, I do not want to get on these feet until it's time to go prepared. But I was also the type of athlete that I had to do the reps to get better. Right. Some people can just see it and just go do it, but I had to rep through it or whatnot. And so, yeah, it was a feat that said, all right, it's time.
What was like the diagnosis from the doctors?
So I tore the tendon. So it was like equivalent to ACL in the big toe.
Okay.
And it was on the outside, and they had to go in and like, man, tighten his joint down and pull this tendon like back across. But I already have flat feet as it is, and so my toes were already like pushing to the side and all that stuff. And for so long I had asked, for so long I mentioned about like, man, why can't I just get surgery on these things and just, you know, get them right? And they was like, nah, it wouldn't be good because if you have surgery on it, it may not be the same and all that. And I was like, well, shit, I don't know how much. If y'all were talking about keep me around for a long time, like I'm not gonna have that. So every place you guys seen, it was me understanding that like, man, I don't know how long like I had to do this. I would love to get 10 if I can, but I don't know if my toes gonna be able to last that long. However, when it ends and they look back on every play, and that's what I would say today is, man, just go turn on the film and just watch, whether it's practice or games. There wasn't a day that you didn't see me giving it everything I had, because again, I knew that it was going to come at some point. And sooner than later. And if it did, they would be able to measure me based on, you know, what I had done. And so that's why, like, in them 8 years, I didn't go into it like, yeah, I got a few years I can, you know, pass by the time because I'm going to play this long.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, shit, it's no guarantees, and I don't. And what these toes are, and I didn't say this part. The doctor actually told me after he pulled me, after I had surgery on this toe, he told my friend who was with me, he said, make sure you let him know that. No, I'm sorry. He had told me. He said after I had surgery, I was kind of like coming back to a little bit. Well, I was already back to, but they was pushing me out, and he said, first, I just want to let you know, like, I don't know how you lasted as long as you did with your toe like that because it was starting to turn white on the inside or whatnot. Like he said, well, it was so inflamed that it was like had all the joint in there as if it was like not really a joint in there. And I'm like, listen, Doc, I was trying to tell people like how bad my fucking feet were hurting and whatnot, and they just looking at me like, what you mean? It's just your feet? And I'm like, no, man, y'all understand something wrong with these things and whatnot. And so then he told me, he said, and also your right one is just as bad. And so at some point, whether you do it while you plan or when you finish, you're going to have surgery on that one as well. And that's when I was like, I said, nah. I said, the game has been good to me. I've been fortunate enough to be able to like do some things, like put myself, I've been able to do the things that I said I was going to do. And when I remember when I was 22, 23, I see guys come back and they would talk to us, and their hands would be like this, and they walk and they look fragile. And I'm thinking to myself at 22, 23, I'm like, man, is that what we have to look forward to? So now fast forward, I go through my years, surgeries. I had 5 surgeries on this one hand, one over here, and now here I am going into year 8, and I'm thinking I'm like, I can see them same guys when I was 21, 22, and they come back in their hands like this. And I was like, man, I don't want to come back in 10 years or 20 years and that's me. Mm-hmm. I was like, so how do I go out, or how do I do enough to where I don't use all my life force to where I can't, like, I don't have nothing to come back from or whatnot. And so, all that together was, it's time to go figure out something else. So
how quickly was that decision?
Oh, it didn't happen. It didn't happen overnight. It was like I'd been thinking it for a while. Going into that last year, I'll tell you guys that going into that last year, I knew it's probably gonna be my last year because I was getting to the point of where I didn't have it in my feet to like compete like that. I didn't have it even to work on the things I knew I needed to work on to be better, but I couldn't do the things I needed to do to be better because I didn't have my toes to be able to stick, do certain moves. I had to just do the same on, like, catch you, like, get you, make you think I'm gonna use my speed to go here and then just get an edge on you, and then I'm just gonna track you like.
Yeah, I'd imagine it felt like it's like pain and fear and having the thought process of like the joy you have playing football turned into the joy was gone and I have to do this versus I get to do this.
That's exactly what it started to feel like. You just hit it around the head. Me and Navarro, somehow they ended up giving us a nickname of pain and suffering. I was pain and Navarro was suffering, but literally that's how I played or whatnot. Like I feel like I feel like it was joy, but man, it was so much pain. But I feel like I had to suffer through it just long enough to be able to do what was needed to, I guess, man, be where I am today. So.
Like I remember they used to tape your big toe down like that, right? Mm-hmm. And then tape it.
And curl it and tape it?
They will get a white thing, put it on top and pull it down
to try to keep it like so it could stay like firm, because if not, like, man, it gets loose and you like you didn't have no big toes. They'd be like you having your thumbs and you just only have these, but even these right here wasn't working good because they got so used to being this way. So yeah, man, my feet were, and without my feet, I feel like I couldn't do much.
God, you should have saw the tape job. It was like 30-minute tape job.
Like every day,
every day.
Bruh. You guys should see my cleats, man.
You should have seen his cleats.
Y'all should see my cleats. I wore a new pair of cleats almost every other day or every week. Every game I had to wear a new pair of cleats because when they got loose, I feel like it's gonna put pressure.
Yeah, they feel snugged in there. Yeah,
my toes. And so if you look in the bottom of my cleats, you would literally looking at it and be like, man, who's living in here? I literally have like toe things here. I got the little spat pads you would put here, all trying to get my feet like some kind of balance so I could grab it. It felt like my feet were on ice inside of my shoes.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Kind of sounds like gout. if we're being real. So I'm a survivor too, man.
Yo, that is brutal.
But
bro.
hey, but we all went through something or faced something. I remember Cowboy would say, Justin Smith, he would say, man, if we only played this game when we felt good, we would never play. And so, and that was real because there was times where I had joy for competition. I had joy for sports. But god dang, man, the way my body would feel, I would just say, I said, man, one day I'm not gonna have to do this, and I'm gonna be able to relax and be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, I get to do that. But like I said, life, you realize there's more to life, and there's things you have to get set up right in life. But all in all, though, I try to give everything I have so I could be where I am today. So the person you see today is a person that I've been working to get to. I wanted to be able to be at a place where people was like, man, look at you, you can still move, you look well, you look fine. I'm like, thank you, but I had to make that decision back then, and it's taken me 10 years to really, get myself to this person that you see. Had I not, and I'd have kept on going, then I really don't know if I don't know how it would have been. I just know that it didn't add up to it'd have been a positive. Mm-hmm. So
how was it for you when you made the decision to retire in those first couple years? Ooh. You're sitting there, you're still in your 20s, and you're watching the boys play, and you see it. And I know there's a moment you're feeling good on the couch, and you're like, bro, I could go do this again.
No.
That was a dumb question.
It was more when I was looking at it, when I retired, man, I feel like you always heard y'all ain't nothing but football players and that's all y'all know, and that's we're just the same, and all that. You hear people all this rhetoric and some of the stuff that they say, and so in my head I was like, man, I gotta go and get into something that's just as good, or it looks as if it's better than football. And at that point in time, ever since I was a kid, I always been into technology, and the fact that I was drafted to the Bay Area, and now I'm out here in the Bay Area hub, I was like, man, it's gotta be fate working on the side or something. What would be the chances I would be in a place of the same things I have always been intrigued with or whatnot. And so, man, I jumped from one frying pan to the next, and if I could give any recommendation now, I would always say, whether it's relationship or whatever type of relationship it is, give yourself a little bit of time to kind of dissect and see some things. And I didn't do that, and I just jumped straight into this tech business right after I retired. And I was like, man, it gave me that sense of purpose, because of what I realized, not having football, I was like, shit, man, I gotta do something. Not doing nothing is not an option. And then, like I said, I was like, all right, let me go get into tech. I want to be an entrepreneur. I think I can build I think I can be a part of something. We just work really hard, and you'll build it up, and you're gonna make millions, and all that nonsense. And excuse me, I won't say nonsense, but you come to learn there's a lot more to it. But I still have to say, man, I got in this, ended up after a year. I remember it was September 25th. I get this call, and my business partner, man, shit was just crazy, and it was not sounding good. And he knew more of what was going on than I did. But the fact that he was going crazy, acting like he was going crazy and everything, I was like, what the crap is going on, man? Wait, you can't go crazy. I got my money invested in this whatnot. Yeah. And lo and behold, man, it was almost come to find out, it was like Tyson catching me in a dark alley. Tyson and Evander Holyfield and Larry Holmes, all of them catching me in the alley and just going ham on me. Catching me one of them Tennessee alleys on Broadway up there, and just and going ham or whatnot. Because, man, when I tell you, it really humbled me to the 10th degree to say, I was like, man, I feel like I'm in a world right now where, what the fuck have I just done? And I'm saying this to say, I can see how when they say guys after 5 years of being in the league, how they can end up being broke because you're trying to find something. And 9 times out of 10, we probably don't know the right people at that point in time to really put us in a, to help us be in a better situation. Because I've learned, because now I am, but then I wasn't. So I like to say in those 3 years, man, I would probably say those are probably tougher than football and life itself, like before, like anything or whatnot. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and I'll say, man, every person goes through that dark night of the soul in some form or fashion or whatnot. And depending on how much you've been through in your life, that's how much you're gonna have to like go in and like get to working on and you know, get better at or whatnot. And so this is where I am today.
When you're talking about those 3 years, like if you were, whenever you go and probably, I assume you probably speak to players or speak to guys about stuff, whether it's post-life, post-career, what's like in that story, what's like a regret that you speak to? You're like, hey, learn from this mistake that I made, or do this extra due diligence, whatever it is.
I would say be vulnerable early. Don't wait until something happens. Don't wait for something major to happen to you. Like even if you see like small things that you know you want to work on or get better at, like go do it like now. Don't wait until it happens, because I feel like that's the thing with football as well. I mean, with me retiring, I felt like if you wait too long, it may not be good. What was I going? I would just say whatever you need to work on, get started on it like now, and use while you have that shield on your back, while you wearing that helmet, like use that to leverage you. But the only thing is, like, it's like you talking to youngsters. It's like you talking to like little kids that it's gonna go in one ear and out the other, because you don't know what you don't know yet. And when you in that
it's
game,
gonna be forever when you're
when you're in that game, it's like you think you just gonna keep on like doing your thing. And so somebody come back and they say something to you, and it's almost like I can see when you say stuff to the guys. Some guys you can see like they listen for a second, but you see some guys like you just tell. As my dad used to say, all right, boy, don't let it go in one ear and out the other. And you can see it go in one ear and out the other, and then you just realize everybody's gonna have to go through their own journey, and you just be there for them when they need you, or you just speak life. And then just like anything, when it's going to be a moment to where they're going to like have a moment of processing up, like, you know what, such and such was actually like telling me about this, or blah blah, and then that's when they'll come back. Because other than that, I don't speak, or I don't say anything that I can't stand behind, or that you won't be able to come back to me later on and be like, hey, when you're talking about this, what do you mean? And I'm able to like share. But yeah, and that's also, it took me a while to come back around the team, because I felt like I didn't have any sustenance. I felt like, I can come back and talk about X and O's and how to tackle somebody. I'm like, but y'all got coaches like for that. Like, what do I really possess that's different? And it took me to go out into the world. I call it into this ocean of a world or whatnot, and have some bumps and bruises to be able to come back now when I'm in there. And I'm like, listen, I don't know everything there is to know, but I know I had to get my shit straight or whatnot. And if there's something I can help assist, or just, give you some kind of light in some form of fashion, like, you have to walk the walk, but I'll share with you like what I know, and going through what I went through, like, man, it's made me a lot stronger. Like, it's way beyond like just, tackling somebody at this point. And so, yeah.
Are you able to share what did happen? With the 3 years, the 3 dark years? You said it was probably the hardest moment.
Yeah. It was just, man, it was one of the things. You go to your account, and you realize, like, man, a lot of money is not there, and you like, what the hell is going on? Like, why is the money not there where it was supposed to be, doing the things that? But then you realize the onus that you have to take in it. So I went through a little bit of financial, like, it wasn't in the sense of like, man, just I lost everything, but it was at the point when you've had a lot and you get hit pretty strong, you like, it have to make you readjust, meaning like you comfortable, but then something happened in life and you like, oh, wait a minute, it caused you to, it would actually probably save me, because had I not had to go back and I call like figure out what's going on, know what's going on, I would have just been thinking like, man, everything is kumbaya, like, you just set no money, but you you just only sitting on it. I didn't know anything, but because I had to go through, because I lost some, and I had to really like figure it out. And I spent about 2 years thinking like, man, I can figure this out myself. Like I know I can, because you was embarrassed to like talk to anybody or share anything to anybody. And then I remember I was talking to one of my teammates, and him and I was having a conversation, and I tell you the hardest thing sometimes to do is be honest with yourself. And he was asking me some questions, and I couldn't answer the questions. I was like, well, I'm getting some residuals. He's like, yeah, but what's your number? What's your passive? Like things I should have known when I was playing, but shit, I was making good money, and I knew that like as long as I just mess with my endorsement money or whatnot, like that's just simple as like you only spend what you have or whatnot, and then you just put your football money away. But he was asking me questions that I couldn't answer, and so I remember reaching back out to him. I was like, hey, what you mean when you're talking about passive income? When you talking about dividends, like, you know, what is all that stuff you talking about? And he said, I'm gonna connect you with my guy. He gonna send you some questions to send to your guy. And that was the moment, and that was like 3 years ago. And that was the moment that really like things started to like, I was like, okay, the guy, after I got the information back, the other gentleman broke it down to me. And when he broke it down to me, it was as real as this. You can be the nicest person in the world, but if you don't know what you don't know, you'll be broke too. And so, and I said it as a statement because when he broke it down to me, I was like, wait a minute. See me tell me, even though I got this nest egg or whatnot, even though I have this nest egg and X, Y, and Z, like this could still happen. He was like, yeah, because this is how finances work. And when he broke it down to me, I said, holy shit, I see how guys run out of money.
Yeah.
So he had your money in high stake, high stocks,
high risk accounts.
Yeah, like what stocks that you can take big risk on. Pretty much, is that what you saying?
You talking
like,
about with the tech guy that was
with
in?
with your
like
money.
when the one dude started to like educate you, you're getting some questions answered. And he's like, you send it to your guy, and you're thinking, okay, is he going to be able to give him information back that makes sense? And that's when you started to kind of put the puzzle together that you could have been in a bad spot with the gentleman you were working with.
No, so
this is from the tech company.
Yeah. Well, so somehow I feel like I kind of rambled through. So when I talked, everything happened with the tech guy first. Like so my money was with the tech guy, and him and I was doing business or whatnot. But come to find out, he was living off the money like it was his.
That you invested.
Yeah, that I invested. And so what ended up,
you think you're investing, getting some sort of percentage.
Yeah, and I see him living. Yeah, and I see him living his. You know, he'll see him living the life. But it was all the things. Now, had I understood how to do, had I done my due diligence, like ask the question, get the background check, I would figured out right away. And I still had one person or two people that was like, man, you sure you like he kind of strange and da. But I was so in my ego, I was like so like, no, I can do this. Like, just work really hard. Like, I'm smart enough. And you realize, like, man, you need people that are smarter than you, especially like in this realm. And so after all that happened, I spent those 3 years just trying to like, so I went through arbitration and got everything back. And when I got everything back, and I think it was around 2017, because the things that were like had assets here, different things, whatnot. And that's when I realized, so I retired 2015, 2017 is when I realized, like, shit, man, this freedom stuff, you got responsibilities, like you have to like uphold, you gotta like take care of whatnot. And so that's when I was like, I just kept it bare minimum. Like I come from much and nothing. So I was like, all right, I know I got a little bit, but this ain't enough if I keep having to pull from this a little bit. And I was making some money here and there, but I just noticed something just wasn't right, man. I was like, how do people get this living thing that I don't know. I didn't know what I was even trying to ask myself until I was having a conversation with Dante, and they say, and this is saying that when the teacher is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I was at that place where like I said, I was just having a conversation with the teammate, and him and I was working out, and he just started asking me some questions because he had to go through something similar or whatnot. And so that's how he was able to ask me. And that's when I was like, I realized like, man, I need to get this right. And so when his guy sent me the list to send to my financial guy that I have at the time, because I fired my very first one right after I retired. I got rid of everybody. That's probably another reason too that got me. I just felt like everything was off. Nothing was what it was supposed to be. Not that it was bad. It just I wasn't in tune to it like I should have. And so I thought when I was hearing anything, it was just like, dang, this is off. And so I was like, we don't know what to do. I just get rid of everybody, you know. And so
Just nuke the whole thing.
Yeah, just nuke the whole thing. But I said to say what I learned was the guy that I had currently. So I still have him. I have two actually. And what I learned was that this person was not doing anything bad. It was just these firms and stuff. You realize that they are the middleman, and they will put you in funds, but they'll get their money right off top. Like they get their money right off top, and then there's other ones who they only make money if I do or whatnot. And so what I realized was this person was not doing anything bad, but he would just put me in these very expensive funds. I'm getting returns, but each time you put me in one, he's getting a killer return right off top, like 20, like 40,000, like 60,000 of his money. So that's why he want to put me in them, and he don't watch anything. He just kind of
they'll be all right. Let them sit. They'll be all right.
Yeah. Just like letting them sit or whatnot. They're mature. I forget what church it was. I should know this, but
grow some with the words.
Yeah, and he and so I just realized
something with the words.
Yeah, so that's all it was, man. So those 3 years of that was just me like really taking on the full responsibility of the things that I had always allow others to do for me or whatnot. And so that was my first real call it my adult. I had to freaking turn into an adult, man. Right. Like I was like, holy shit! Like this whole time, I thought I was an adult because you could go wherever, you can go spend some money, you can go buy whatever. But now, being a truly full responsible adult is everything that you say is supposed to be yours. Like you are taking care of it. Like you are responsible for it. And so so after I did that, went through that 3 years or whatnot. That's when I ended up meeting this new guy or whatnot who really, man, it feels good to be able to, sleep. Yeah. And you see, and sleep, and then every month, you see that residual, dividend come in, and you see them different avenues of, streaming,
revenue streams.
Yeah, revenue streams. And you like, man, this was supposed to be like, and then in my mind, just don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Just don't being a knucklehead or getting too egregious with stuff. Just keep it simple. Just get base hits. Like, man, I played baseball. I love baseball growing up, so I understood the dynamics. I understood the scheme of it or whatnot. As far as just, man, like if you can get a home run, that's awesome. But it's very hard to get grand slams out here unless you just know the top ones. And so So I'm rambling, but yeah.
Earlier when you said when you're ready to be the student, the teacher will appear, I was like, my God, that is a bar.
That is a bar. Just walked into a faithful workout and came out being like, it's time. It's time to figure out my becoming an adult.
No doubt. I appreciate you sharing that too.
No,
I appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing that
I think
too.
a lot more athletes go through that than they want to admit to. It just be trusting somebody or just being like, okay, I'm doing this in the field. They'll handle everything else off the field. And just be like, hey, I know what my contract says I make. So I got to be good.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you pull the veil back a little bit, you have to have the right people in place.
Yeah.
And then be willing to ask those questions as well.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need to see all these things. And if there's ever a lack of transparency, that should be the red flag right there to those guys that are affected.
Yeah. And I would recommend, man, to guys too, that if you are a business, when I was in school, I can't remember if I took any business class. I took political science. I majored in criminal justice, minored in English. So I took all those, but I didn't one time take a business class or whatnot. And now I sit on a family office board in Palm Springs, Velvet Hammer, where we buy small to medium sized businesses, and just sitting in there and listening to all the dialogue and whatnot. I'm like, man, if I was an athlete, I would most definitely I'd probably even take business, but I would make sure I get some business classes just so I can get the.
You're absolutely right. I look back at college and it was like I was a general studies major. hey, general studies. So I was like, yeah, I took a hula class.
Yeah.
I was the one white guy in African American studies. And the black guy would be like, white people suck. I'd be like, oh shit. All right. Hopefully I can get a C. And now I look back and I'm 34 and I have 2 kids and I'm like, dude, if I wish I understood like what was in front of me enough to be like, I would have taken my education so much more serious. To where now I'm 34 and I'm trying to like do other things extracurricularly outside to like just educate myself on more things. But it's like that time is, you can always get better, but I had such a opportunity being in school to do all that. Yeah. Now I'm just doing a podcast.
Nah, but man,
getting gout.
And that gout. I used to have that gout. No.
You got gout before?
No. I used one of our teammates.
We were about to bond.
He would have.
Hey, but that's why I
bond.
always tell the younger guys and guys that even retired that I talk to, audit everyone.
Yeah,
they can't get mad. If they get mad, they doing something dirty. Okay, if they got an issue with you auditing, giving them an audit, they are doing something dirty. I tell people audit. I think I even audit. I was talking to my auditor on a show.
Auditor.
Doing a podcast with my auditor.
Yeah. You audit everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean, why not? Right? Because like he said, I didn't go. My financial literacy is very low. I don't understand stocks. I don't understand the dividends and revenue that comes in off a percentage of stocks that I have. My Roth IRA, I don't understand that. So when it sends me messages and I'm like, oh, it's up. But I don't know what that means.
I know, but that's finance assholes doing different things, like calling things base points.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's 20 base points. Like, you mean 2%?
Yeah.
Like, just say
it.
Just say a number, man, so I can know what it is, base points.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah,
here?
they want to talk that language to make us seem like we need them.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah,
we do. I'm not going to sit here.
I'm not out there looking at the market today going.
Nah, I'm not either.
Right.
Nah, I'm not either.
Yeah.
But I will audit your ass.
Yeah. If you work with Delanie once a year, he'll text me and be like, send me all our text messages. That's why I make sure you and I are good.
All right. Y'all may be coming soon. I'm getting to that mark.
I do appreciate you telling that story.
No,
there's a lot of guys out there that might be going through it right now, might not know that they're about to go through it or have been through it, and it takes a lot of courage to like talk about it publicly.
Yeah, if I can leave anybody with anything, if I can leave the sports guys with anything, athletes. I don't know where I was going with that, man. It's like I might be. I know what it was. I know what it was. Make sure, just like any of us know at this point, when you got a team full of just guys, when you got a team full of Pro Bowlers, when you got a team full of all pros, like the difference in how the team is, and the reason why I this made sense, and now I loved it because my financial guy that I have, the last one I have now, him and I was talking, and he was like, Pat, he's like, you got to get Pro Bowlers around you. He said, you got to work with Pro Bowlers. He said, you a Pro Bowler, you have to work with Pro Bowlers. He said, because if not, and you're just working with just guys, he's like, yeah, they might go hard, he said, but they're not going to understand like how you need to be or the elevation. It was what he was putting in. He's like, and if you can get an all pro, those are special, and that's no different than us being on any team. When we've been on teams where you don't have nobody on the team to make the Pro Bowl, usually your team is not very good. Good.
Yeah.
You get Pro Bowlers or whatnot. Now you get into the playoffs or whatnot, and then you get some All Pros. You like, man, you getting close to you maybe making an appearance at the Super Bowl and different things. And so that's what I would recommend any athletes that. Man, if you're an All-American in college, make sure you get your All-American finance person, and also make sure your taxes, like them taxes too. People don't talk about them.
NIL deal taxes. Yeah, I know.
yeah. So, but no, man, it's been a journey. But each day, I would say, regardless of how crazy life is, though, if you're able to wake up and open your eyes and you breathe in, man, you can do something about your situation. It's a mentality, it's a mindset, and so that's why I part of you want to feel sorry. That's why I couldn't necessarily feel sorry, and that's why it took me so long to, I call it like be vulnerable, because I was hard on myself. I was like, but sometimes but now I realize like sometimes being vulnerable is being strong in certain aspects or whatnot, and so yeah.
Dude, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
And this has been. Oh, okay, sorry.
We have to have he brought up one thing in that last statement about the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And he went to the Super Bowl.
The lights going on.
Lights cut off.
Yeah.
Both of you were there. I would love to hear your perspectives. Was that the NFL Illuminati? Was that what was going on there?
I'll let him give his side on it first.
Honestly, I it was crazy because that was twice in the same year that we had lights go out in some form or fashion. Earlier that season, we was playing Pittsburgh
Monday night,
and the lights went out in Candlestick, and I was like, what? Like, y'all be on everything, the lights go out, and I try not to be one of them weirdos, but I watch too many movies growing up, you know. And then when you're in the country, you got nothing to do but be outside. Your mind, you know, can go to many places or whatnot. And then all of a sudden, we go to the Super Bowl, and we're in all places. We're in New Orleans. You know, all the weird stuff to be down in New Orleans.
Yeah,
like
voodoo.
A lot of strange stuff. And so I said to say, whatever happened that day, we needed it. Because they was whooping our ass down at first. They was whooping our ass all the way until them lights went out or whatnot. And I credit that to say, they always say if you've been there before, like the team that's been there before, like they're usually gonna be the team like they have a little bit more like calmness. Like you can tell they've been there before. Man, I couldn't feel my feet. I couldn't feel my body. I feel like I was having an out of body experience all week. And when that game, when the ball snapped, I still felt like I was like, holy crap, man. I was like, is it that many eyes watching? I just feel like I feel like I wasn't even there, but I say all that to say they was whooping our tails, and then when them lights went off, we were able to go in there and get a revival. I don't know where it came from, but we came back out and man, we played our kind of ball, and I'm like, man, this is actually what we were supposed to be doing the whole time. But so yeah, I don't know what that was. I thought it was crazy though.
Yeah, like my theory on it. Like I obviously, like he said, they were blowing us out. But Vegas, the odds, people need to go back and look at the odds. Look at the odds.
Hey,
like,
what did the odds say?
I'm just saying, like, before the lights even went out, I saw dudes with suits. You didn't see the dudes with the suits like coming out on the field before the lights went out? All the NFL suits, because offense was out. We were up. We were up on offense was out there when the lights went out. We was on offense and the lights go out. But I'm sitting on the sideline because I'm, Vernon is in. I think it was Vernon and Bruce Miller they were in. So I'm on the sideline waiting, and I start seeing suits walk up, and I kind of thought that shit was weird. And then it boom. Remember how it kind of boom.
Yeah.
It went like that, and then it didn't go out. It went like slow. Remember, it was like light still going, and it wasn't all. It went dark, and then the lights came back on like a little bit, and then we went in the locker room.
It was like real dim,
Real dim. It's dim. Like they dimmed the lights. I don't. It was weird.
See, when they get to have a conversation,
something.
Yeah, when you get to have a conversation, then I start now. My mind, I'm like, shit, man, what was the odds? I still don't know how to. I be thinking it's amazing when I be seeing you do when I be seeing you guys. I be watching y'all show too, man.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Man, but when I be seeing you guys do the betting and different things of that nature, I'm like, shit, man, how do you know the point spread? How do you know all of that? I'm like, see, that's too confusing. That's why I'm glad I did not get into the whole betting thing, because I don't understand how it works, and I'm glad I don't. But now I'm kind of curious. So what
I'll shoot you a parlay.
What was going on there?
So I think the odds. I think it was probably the spread was the Ravens was plus 3.5. I think.
So that means the 49ers were favored to win by more than or at 3.5 points.
No. I'm sorry. The 49ers was plus 3.5.
Okay. So that Ravens was you guys were dogs.
Yeah, so and they were blowing us out. It was like what, 21-3.
Yeah, it was like
at the time.
Like that,
It was like 21-3, and it was the second quarter, like 8 minutes left before we had went into the half. Boom, lights go out. Literally like He just Jacoby takes a kickoff return back. He takes that kickoff return back.
R.I.P.
After we kick a field goal, he takes it back. We like, damn. We go on offense. The lights go out. I promise you, people start coming out. Lights go out. They let us go in the locker room. We go in the locker room for a second.
So we just for a minute.
For a minute. We going over plays, all this, right? We come out. The Ravens are hyping up their crowd. They dancing around because, like I said, it's like 21-3. We stretching. We start doing our stretch lines. We doing our individual O-line. You know how we do the O-line run. Defense do they set. We do all like if it's a new game again.
Yeah.
And then the lights pop back on. We like, out of nowhere, lights come on. They're like, all right. Oh, let's start where we was at. They dropped the ball. I think Frank Gore busts on the first play. And then the momentum switch. And then the defense, y'all start shutting them down. Then we start scoring points. We go into halftime. We like, this is where we always been. We come back, kids. We always come back. We know we got this game. They old. You know, we in there is like, they old. They getting tired. They jumped on us quick because they been here before, like he said. We come out there. We get back to the game. We down, 4? And we lost by 4.
That's why I was going with it. When you said what the point spread was, I was like, whoa.
We lost by 4. And what the refs do at the end?
And we end up losing.
We end up losing. They didn't call no PIs. We didn't run the ball. We was on the 4-yard line.
Let's stop.
Yeah, so we ain't gonna get too much in it, but that theory.
But look into it.
Look into it. We throw 3 passes. They hug us every pass. Don't even let us get off the ball. They never throw a flag.
And I still to this day don't know why
we didn't run it. I know
because and again I'm gonna say this to you guys, man. And I've said it before. For a while, I didn't want to necessarily talk to Harbaugh after that game, and I won't put it on him because we lost as a team. But the fact that we didn't run that ball, rewind the training camp. We was in training camp, and Harbaugh got up and he talked about how we had the best offensive line. He was talking about the whole team, and then he went into the offensive line and he said, we have the best offensive line in all of football and arguably, if not the best, one of the best power/runners the game has ever seen in Frank Gore. Fast forwarded, we on a freaking 5 or 4 yard line, and I think we run the ball the first time with the running back Michael James. We run it the first time with him, and then
Oregon,
and then 3 times after that, we don't give the ball to the best offensive line. Lodi Anata was not coming off the ball anymore. Ray was not even coming down. He was barely even able to come downhill.
He had 1 tackle the whole game.
Yeah, he barely able to come downhill, and we don't run the ball. And so I didn't know if that was I didn't know what that was. I just said, man, if this is a hardball moment where he just want his guys like to score or something, like, man, I don't know. I didn't know how to take it. I still to this day, you can't do nothing about the past, but it's just like shit, man.
You know how I seen it is he wanted Kaepernick to get MVP of the game, and that was the mindset I think that he had when he thought about throwing the ball 3 times. Because if you do go back and when you look at our run game, they couldn't stop Frank. Yeah. They couldn't stop Frank, and I don't know if you remember this, but after the game, Jim Harbaugh comes in and go, "That's on me."
Oh, see, I didn't see that.
That's on me. I messed that. That's on me because he realized we probably should have ran that ball at that moment.
Yeah, and just all the hardball you've seen since then.
Yeah,
everything's run game.
Yeah,
like the passing is like you want that as well? Yeah, we had it. Yes, we had that. The entree tonight is running.
It's the run. Yeah. And it's just because if anything, Frank probably would have scored that touchdown. Frank was going to be the MVP of the game. Definitely,
and he rightfully should, man. It reminds me of the 85 Bears when they didn't get the ball to Walter Payton.
Yeah, Yep.
I was like, man, it felt like that kind of moment. And then a year later or 2 years later, we see what happened in Seattle, and I was like, I said, man, which makes me wonder. I'm like, man, it's something. What the hell going on, man?
Right. Man, I wish we'd keep you longer. I know you probably got to boogie out of here. Oh, we had to do Bud Light question.
Oh, Bud Light question. P. Will, you know how everybody would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light. What is something that Patrick Willis would do anything for?
Wait, ask me again.
So Bud Light.
He's like,
Yeah, but Bud Light.
People do anything for a Bud Light.
They would.
Anything. What is something that you would do anything for?
Can't say family.
Not a Bud Light, but what is your Bud Light in this scenario? What would you do anything for? Can be ambition. A boat. Yeah, a boat.
A John boat.
An Accolade.
Toes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having Frank Gore run the ball.
You know what?
Maybe not speak up in that team meeting.
You know what? Hey, I would say this. Personally, it'd have been nice to have a defensive player of the year. Just to be able to say like I was the defensive player of the year, but nothing still sounds better other than the Hall of Fame induction. Nothing sounds better than hearing like Super Bowl champion and Hall of Famer like such and such. And so I would probably say, man, to be able to get that Super Bowl, that one, that's the only one I went to. I can't sit and say, it'd been nice to go to that one. But I would probably say the one we played in to get that Super Bowl would have been, that would be my Bud Light.
Is there a year that you felt like you got snubbed as defensive player of the year?
No, I won't say that. I could looking back on it now and understanding like how much goes into it. But I feel like maybe either my third year or maybe fifth year in there somewhere, like they had talked about it, like it was like being discussed, but then when it came to the honors or whatnot, I don't know if I was even considered up there or
the finalists.
Yeah, the finalists, or had they didn't even, or I wouldn't even. But I know they was having conversations about it or whatnot. But I just feel like that would have been something good to do. Sorry, I feel like that would have been something good to have.
Yeah.
Man, it's all personal stuff though, man. So
I love it,
bro. We appreciate you, man.
No, thank you guys
for coming on.
Thank
You are a
guys.
legend, dude. The stories, incredible. This is an awesome pod.
Appreciate y'all letting me share it, man. Yeah.
Appreciate you coming too, Delanie.
Of course,
I'll
man.
tell you what.
Come on.
Having Delanie here,
you set it on fire.
Always, son.
Yeah. People come to watch you, man. That's what they do. You talk about it all the
Get
time.
outta here.
Hey, go bowling.
Yes.
GoBowling.com.